Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins. How's everybody in? Happy Juneteenth. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I want to start by saying I hope everybody's having a great Thursday and holiday. And give me a second. I have to close something. I'm sorry, everybody. I just got to close something real fast. All right, here we go. All right, I closed it. I want to say again, happy Juneteenth, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great day. Shout out to all my foundational Black Americans, ADOS, even the immigrants that fuck with fuck with Juneteenth heavy. I want y'all to go out there, get some barbecue chickens, some potato salad, candy yams, greens. It's your day, everyone. Salute to everyone. But today we gotta get to business. You know, it's another day, another dollar, and damn, if I haven't said this before, but why are they always fucking with a Black American holiday? They trying to Africanize it. They trying to Pan-African it. Let me tell you something. I think the conversation we had 2 days ago or yesterday was a very great conversation. I think for the first time, us being on X and watching this was a monumental moment for the Bronze Reaper podcast. I do want to say this. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta fix something. I do want to say this, everyone. I could do two things at once. We gotta start gatekeeping our shit again, man. I'm gonna be personally honest, and the reason why I said we gotta start gatekeeping it, we've been seeing a lot of funny money shit go on, and I do want to say this. I am proud of Black Americans. Before I say the other thing, what I was gonna say, I'm proud of Black Americans, ADOS, FBAs, and the immigrants that fucks with Black people heavy for gatekeeping our stuff. For saying like, yo, you know what? We're not gonna turn this event into a Pan-African event or an Africanized event. I have been seeing a lot of ignorant monkey shit. And this thing is not even 5 years old yet. Is it 5? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, it's not even like 10 years yet. And motherfuckers is already trying to take Juneteenth from us. I also have to say, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. I think y'all Pan-Africans, y'all Africans, y'all West Indian people who's trying to take Juneteenth and make it your event, I think y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all got the Caribbean Festival. Y'all got Flag Day. We get this one little holiday for us. And the LGBTQIA. You know what? We gotta get on y'all back burner today too. Back bumper today too. I'm ashamed of y'all too. I'm so appalled of what the LGBTQIA did. They try to put our event with their event and try to mix it up. Knowing that we cannot do that and it would not work out properly. Because you know how these old folks is that are Black Americans. And shout out to the LGBTQIA community who fucks with Black American community, but we don't need no more people trying to tether off our achievements. That was my big issue with that. And I'm gonna say also I'm gonna say that I'm like I said I'm glad everybody was staying on business today. Y'all was on business. Shout out to Chicago too. Chicago, we seen y'all all on Twitter, fucking YouTube. Yo, y'all stand 10 toes down talking about yo. We can't not make this event an event with the LGBTQIA. You know. It's just not gonna work out. It's not that we hate you. It's just this is our event. We don't want nothing to be, you know. We don't want anything to be. We don't want to turn this shit into a shit show. I think it's smart to have like two events. Yes, two different events. It could be on the same day, but at the end of the day, that's your event. We're not gonna come and collude and say like, "Yo, we're gonna throw some, some Black Americans in." How does it look? No, put it this way. And if anybody has a problem with it, why won't we just do Pride Month on 4th of July? We could have an event and we could add 4th of July with Pride with the Pride event. I think that'll be perfect. It will break boundaries. I don't think they will do that though. You know? Got niggas with lace fronts running out there with a bikini, American flag and all this other shit. White people will go crazy. Yeah, white people will go fucking crazy. You know? I'm gonna be personally honest. White people will go fucking crazy. And plus also too, Black Americans don't want their kids around that type of environment anyways right about now. They want to protect their kids until they kids get older to make their own decisions. So that shit would never work. I don't know why Chicago or Brandon Johnson would even have an idea of doing that. But I thought it was a very bad idea. I thought it was very disrespectful. I think, give me a second, everyone. Give me a second. Yeah, I thought that was very disrespectful. I'm going to be personally honest. Let me exit this stuff out. Give me a second, everyone. I got to clear something up. I'm almost done. I just got to start this over. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Isaiah, man? Shout out to you. Yeah, man. Yo. Motherfuckers is doing too much, man. I gotta be personally honest. And this is why I say I'm proud of Black Americans. They're gatekeeping their shit now. I think they should have did that years ago. They was doing that shit in the 80s, man. I think we would have had a different era, And I'm not saying we can't share no shit or a motherfucker can't be nowhere. But if a motherfucker's throwing in an event, we shouldn't be hearing that like, oh yeah, we're gonna add another event with your event. No, we're not gonna do that shit. Like I told you, this is why I say, yo, people are culturally being inappropriate. What these motherfuckers did in Chicago, and we're just talking right now. We'll talk for an hour. The shit that they did, I think it was very culturally inappropriate. And it just shows the disrespect that they have for Black Americans. I always thought that. Hey, yo, Isaiah, did you see the new Clips song? So Be It? Oh my God. I think personally, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think I'm gonna do a reaction video to that. So Be It. I can't wait till that album comes out. I think it comes out in like 3 weeks. Actually, let me check see how X is looking. Yeah, man, that So Be It song. Oh my God, I was like, damn. Yo, the Clips is getting busy. What is took his daughter to games? Yeah, them niggas was getting busy, man. I was like, God damn. Talking about Travis Scott, AE, that nigga fucking around with that older ass chick. Um, who else? Yo, there's a lot, man. There's a lot going on. That shit is crazy, man. Though, hold on, give me a second, everyone. All right, we only two right now. Yeah, just yo. I will say this. As a black American, this is our year, man. I'm gonna tell y'all this every time we do a show. This is your year. Hmm. Sure, it's your year to get money. It's your year to make moves, to succeed, to do God knows anything. You know. Give me a second. Yeah, passionate engagement. Yeah, but yeah, it's also too. I do want to say this. I want to say a lot of stuff today. I'm just happy it's Juneteenth. Give me a second. Put this joint on me right here. I'm hot. Also, I like that "So Be It" song. I'm gonna be personally honest. What I liked about the song is, damn, what I didn't like about that song. I like the setting, the scenery. Whew. Hold on 1 second. Is that my ex-girlfriend? Oh, yo, I think I wanna I think I'm gonna start the new show tonight or tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna do an afternoon show. Sincerely, my Paramore podcast. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a show where give me a second, everyone. I'm just posting something. I'm gonna do a show where I am. Give me a second. I'm just sharing some stuff. On Sincerely My Paramore, I'm gonna do a show that day. It's gonna be super dope. I'm still debating should I do polygamy or um what is it? Polygamy or what else am I talk about? It's not polygamy or um I don't know, man. It's so hard because there's so much stuff that we could talk about. We could talk about happiness again. We could talk about life experience. Um, Happy Juneteenth, Kwame, the man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, player? Shout out to you, Kwame and Isaiah, and all the rest of the people who was on there. I'm so happy right now. It's Juneteenth. And I'm gonna tell y'all what Juneteenth mean to me. If y'all want to write what Juneteenth mean to you in the live chat, I will read it. But Juneteenth mean to me is all the struggle and the progress that Black Americans have pushed and got. Yes, Kwame, we immigrants did contribute. They did contribute, yes, but it was what Mississippi did eventually abolish slavery, but not until 2013. What they officially ratified the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, while the amendment was adopted in 1865. I guess so. I don't know where you got that from, but yeah. What does Juneteenth mean to you, Kwame? Is that what Juneteenth mean to you? Juneteenth mean to me is all the hard work and struggle that my forefathers, my ancestors, helped me be the way I am right now. My family's from the South. My great granddaddy was, as I always talk about him, he was born in 1892. He died in 2004, I think. I think a year. It was the year I graduated from high school. Um, what I know about my grandfather, that he was probably one of the most happiest guy in the world. I know I look like I'm the happiest guy in the world. But my grandfather, I think I got that trait from him personally. My grandmother used to always tell me, "Yeah, your grandfather is the most happiest person in the world." And he been through slavery, he been through Jim Crow, he been through fucking redlining. That nigga lived on the farm, drink his gin and smoked his weed. Motherfucker had 14 kids too, so it's like I said, it means a lot to me for all the hard work and effort that he put in. Think Juneteenth is a center around Texas being the last state to outlaw. Yeah, it was. They were the last state, and it took I think a couple of years when it was already abolished. You know how white supremacy is. You know. And also, too, I'm gonna let everybody know the reason why I say white supremacy instead of white people, because anybody can practice white supremacy. So that's what I mean. I don't blame. That's why I tell people all the time, I don't blame white people. I blame white supremacy. Um, yes, the majority of white supremacy does come from white people, but at the end of the day, we have to hold everybody accountable who does practice it. So that's how I look at things. Also, Juneteenth looked at me as. Let me tell you something. Juneteenth. I look at Juneteenth also too as bringing Black Americans together. You know. I think also too. I think everybody needs a day like this, like Juneteenth. Even Caribbeans. I always thought like the West Indian Festival brought y'all together. Because that's, to me, I always looked at that as your Juneteenth. Y'all party, y'all do the floats things, y'all have the dope outfits and shit. I was a part of a Caribbean festival before, like probably like 11 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago. Probably later than no, like 15, 16 years, yeah. One of my shout out to Obama for pressing Mississippi for not adopting the 13th Amendment. Obama's a tether, so sometimes shit is just put out in bad faith. I always tell people this. You gotta look. You gotta always watch out for people like Obama, and the reason why Obama hasn't done anything really good for Black Americans. What's up? What's going on, Shabaka? Happy Juneteenth, man. Africans were freed in Texas. Why you keep on calling us Africans? You know that's culturally disrespectful. Especially in Texas. Texas people don't consider themselves African American. Did not let the slaves know they were free. Juneteenth is a celebration of Africans breaking the chains. Not Africans, Black Americans. We are American first. Remember that, Shabaka. Breaking the chains. Different people was freed at different times. Yeah, of course, because they were colonies. Before they were states, they were colonies. I always let people know those were colonies first. Remember there was like 13 colonies first, then it was states. Give me 1 second. I forgot to put the Cash App up. Also, like and subscribe and follow me on X now, because I am on X and we are live on X right now, everyone. So shout out to y'all. Y'all gave me the idea to go on X and do this. Technically, those slaves was Africans. No, not all of them. Some was, yes. a big majority wasn't, you know. But to each its own, you know. This is why we're having this show, Kwame. And this is why we keep on talking about things like this, because I feel like Caribbeans and Africans is always trying to Africanize Black Americans because we getting stuff popping. Hey, what's going on, K Rock World? Happy Juneteenth, player. African Americans. Stop calling us African Americans, Kwame. That started in the '80s, man. From your boy Jesse Jackson. African Americans was the people who got citizenship prior to that. They was Africans according to the. No, that's not true. We was African Americans in 1985, I think. I was still a nutsack, you know? But yeah. You shouldn't do that, Kwame. That's being definitely culturally disrespectful. When we tell you something about Kwame, Kwame knows that too. That's why I fuck with him heavy. I remember when I first met Kwame. Online, he came on here, he started bugging out. He started bugging out, doing all. He was doing the most. Then after that, I was like, "Nigga, where you from?" He was like, "I'm from Queens." I was like, "Oh," I forgot what I said. I said something. We was bugging out on each other. Then after that, I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker's bad cool. He's a cool guy. Maybe you got to study the Dred Scott decision." No, I don't need to study that. Everybody's African, even white people. Even though they got Neanderthal blood, they're still African. You know. The first original people were African, so everybody did come from an African. So technically, everybody's African. So, we are African first. No, you're African first. Oh, shit. Fuck that. I told y'all. See, he always try. You gotta watch out for Shabaka and Kwame. All y'all in the live chat, watch out for him, cause they get busy, man. They be on their Pan African shit. That Dr. Umar shit, man. No, you good, K, with me. You're the man, Kwame. But yeah, they be on their Pan-African shit, man. So I gotta respect it. It's just when people be on that shit, they be on that shit, man. He be on that shit heavy. And you gotta respect him for it, because at the end of the day, he's not giving no, what's the word? He's not playing a persona of what he wants to be. He is what he is, So I think that's super dope. Shout out to Kwame and Shabaka. Happy Juneteenth, Shabaka. Oh yeah, Isaiah Salam, because I think he's an Israelite. So Shalom. Shabaka be trying to put you on game. Yeah, Shabaka ain't putting nobody on game. Shabaka is in a trap house, doing coke with white women. So we know about Shabaka. And his real name is Leonard. Shout out to Shabaka. Nah, that's his real name, Shabaka, I think. Yo, it was mad hot outside today. I'm not even gonna lie, everyone. It was mad hot. I went to go get my kid because I brought my kid to ABA. Because I told y'all my kid has autism and shit like that. This motherfucker, he actually left me this time because my kids is really attached to me because I always got them. If you notice, I do shows in the morning when people are working, because sometimes I work overnight or I just don't work. Oh yeah, yesterday I went to wrestling training and stuff. I was training with my boy AG. If y'all know AG, he was on NXT. His name was August Gray, I think. He's super dope. As long as I've been wrestling for, I never did an elbow drop, and that was actually the first time I did an elbow drop. So shout out to AG. Happy Juneteenth, poor liberations For you and stuff. Yeah, of course, man. I'm drinking the honey tonight. I'm drinking honey. I'm doing because Jack Daniels actually technically was created by a black man. It's just the white guy Jack Daniels stole it from him. Stole the yeah. So yeah, shout out to Jack Daniels Company. You know, they getting this shit on and popping. I'm drinking honey today. I was gonna take a shot, but nah, I'll just sip it today. I'm gonna sip a little. Um, our Juneteenth celebration is on Saturday, so I'll be in Roxbury Saturday at Juneteenth. I think I'm gonna go live on my phone and like show y'all everything. Pour out a little for the. Oh yeah, of course. I'm gonna pour some out for the ancestors, of course. Let's see. Whites have less than 1% of African. They're still African. It's the one drop rule, man. Remember? They're Africans, man. What are you talking about? They're African. The fuck? Have 80% or more African DNA. Nah, we're not doing that, Shabaka. You ain't gonna pick and choose when somebody's African or not. You just said we are African. Why can't white people be African? They got African blood. And you know where I'm getting at. You know where I'm getting at. Yeah, you start that bullshit today. It's shine time, baby. Oh yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, everyone, yeah, our joint is on Saturday, so I'm super dope. I'm stoked right now. I already got my outfit. I know it might be too hot. Who's at LOL? You know, pouring out liquor is our African tradition that we still retain for. Nigga, you know nothing about Africa. Shut your simple ass up, Kwame. You don't know nothing about Africa, man. You just want to go to Africa. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Kwame's just going to Africa to get some African pussy. I'm gonna be honest, right there. I said it, Kwame. I think you go in there and get some coochie. You know, get some traditional, country coochie from like Nigeria. Yo, what part of Africa you gonna move when you turn 40, man? What part you gonna move to? If you're gonna move to Africa, move to I would say Damn, where would I want? Nah, don't go to South Africa. South Africa's mad dirty. Um, don't go to Nigeria. Them niggas be pooping in the street. I would tell you to move to Togo because it sounds different. I've never been to Togo, but why do the whites continue to take everything you pursue? You know why? Ghana? Ew, don't go to Ghana. Them niggas are scammers. Hell no, don't go to Ghana. Don't go to Kenya. Nigga, you going to East Africa? Kenya? Nigga. Go where there's some cute girls at, man. Don't go where the bitches really can't grow no hair. Go to Togo. Go to Togo. Go there. Don't go to Ghana. Again, whoever came on, salute to y'all. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. I don't think Nigeria that's bad. It's more FBA going over there. You wildin'. Yo, they be pooping in the streets, I heard, man. Nah, they do. I heard they be pooping in the streets. Yeah. They be eating baboon knuckles. I heard mad crazy shit about Nigeria. I'm not going to Nigeria. I met this dope Nigerian chick probably 20 years ago. Yeah, she was dope. She was thick too. But I wouldn't advise anybody going out with a Nigerian. They're mad superficial. Only thing they know is money and Apple. I want Apple iPods. I want an Apple computer. I want an Apple phone. That's why they know Apple. Um, if I'm gonna move to Africa, yo, you should move to Cape Verde. That's on the border of Africa, Kwame. Cape Verde. That's where to move. But move to the dark side. Those other ones be thinking that they really thick. What Cape Verdeans? Yeah, Cape Verdeans is thick. Uh, Kenya is beautiful. This look like New York City. What Kenya? Nah, Kenya's mad dirty, my G. Nigga, you don't get attacked by a lion in Kenya, man. You wildin' out, Kwame. Oh snap! I said to myself, Apple. Yeah, Apple iPods, Apple computer Pro. She don't want no air. She don't want no. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, but that's for tourists though. If you're a tourist, Kwame, yeah, move to Nigeria then. But yeah, you ain't gonna be living like Burna Boy, bro. That shit is probably all leased too. All those cars were probably leased. He's not making money like that. I'm gonna be personally honest. Uh, Africa and America are flying back home. Trump is trying to stop the flow of Africans in America to Africa. You are totally misinformed. Africa and Africans are the most beautiful people. No, I didn't say. Well, yeah, some of them are butt ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, there's some cute girls in Africa. Hell yeah, there is. But yeah, my niggas, you gotta catch them, man. You gotta catch them on a sneak tip. And plus, they wouldn't even like y'all. They like white old men. Yeah, them Kenyans like white old men. Yo, I remember I was cause y'all know I do reaction videos for Pornhub. Um, I was trying to find some African shit for this guy. He said he was gonna donate some money to me for watching to do a an African scene. So I was gonna react to it. I was like, yo, I'm gonna look for one for you so I can react to it. Tell me what, everyone that I was finding was always interracial. It was always interracial. Then if it was like African on African, it would have condoms on. It's like, yo, they scared that fuck Africans. Like, I'm gonna be personally honest. I felt offended for Africans. I felt, yeah, offended for Africans, you know? I heard some Nigerian guys going after Ugandan women. Yeah, there's some cute Ugandan women, man. I work with Ugandan people, man. Um, I will say this. Them bitches don't like to work. Them African girls, and I'm gonna be personally honest. Africans are lazy. I don't know where did they get this hard working shit from. Nah, they be pimping the system. You know, I love Africans. Don't get me wrong. It's just they're lazy, bro. No, I got some people that are hard work. They just, I think the only time they work hard is for white people. I'm gonna be personally honest. I don't know why. Cause I had to tell one guy, I was like, "Yo, you gotta stop working that hard, man." I was like, "They're gonna make you do all." I love all my black women. Yeah, shout out to all the black women, man. It's just, hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My daughter asked me a question. Damn, is that too high? No, it's not high. All right. Um, I do want to say Nigeria is some of the wealthiest places is in the world. Nigeria? No, I would never move to Nigeria. I would move to Idaho before I move to Nigeria, my nigga. You're wild now. You think it's wealthy, all right? Dominates tech. Yeah, because they're scammers. No, not the health sector, because they would not be getting sick in Nigeria if, you know, Like I said, shout out to Nigeria, but nah, them niggas come over here to get jobs. Them niggas do not go to Nigeria. Like I said, yo, they abandoned their hometown to make white money, man. And the thing about it, Kwame and Shabaka always talk about, oh yeah, you doing it for the white dollar, white man's dollar. Nigga, what you think your peoples is doing it for? What do you think them niggas be coming over here on a canoe and, yo, these niggas be coming here on a canoe to work for Uber, nigga. And they could do an Uber. They could, yo, let me tell you something. If Nigerians were that smart, my nigga, why won't they make an Uber company in Nigeria? Like, what the fuck? They should be creating jobs in Nigeria. Nigeria is not popping. That shit is not busting at all. A lot of doctors in America and Europeans are not. No, they're not. There's like 6 Nigerian doctors, my nigga. There's not that many Nigerian doctors. Let's stop that lie. That lie is not true. Niggas will see like 3 Nigerian doctors and they's like, oh yeah, all of them are doctors. Y'all niggas is wildin'. I'm not Nigerian. I'm just telling the truth. No, Kwame, you're Jamaican. We know. But Kwame, them niggas is not all doctors. They're all scammers, yes. Them niggas know how to scam. And shout out to Nigerians. Nigerians taught me how to do this one little scam. I'm not going to tell y'all because I don't want y'all trying this shit and go to jail. And it worked. It worked a few times. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing this no more. I had to change all my passcodes and everything. Yeah, Nigerians know how to scam you. Like, they come to America to wipe niggas' butts and shit. You know? It's crazy. Nigga. They should be making them jobs in Nigeria. You know? But they always blame the government and shit, man. You know? They always blame the government. They got to stop doing that shit. Personally, that's just how I feel. But, you know. Hold on one second. This shit's on low. That's why it's so fucking hot in here. Give me a second, everyone. There we go. Now that shit's about to bust. I'm keeping it 100. If all of us could band together, we would be the most powerful. Yeah, but the thing about it is, I do agree with you, K-Rock World. It would work, but they're mad. They're really, Africans are tribalistic people. They don't even care about their country. They cared about the tribes. So, like, we would fuck shit up, but they don't like black Americans, you know? That's why them niggas want us to go to Africa. They want us to build their country and they're gonna send us back. What the fuck? Nigga, you ain't gonna pump fake us like that. Like, come on. And they doing what the white people taught them, you know? Don't forget, white people let the British let the Caribbeans and the Africans come to their country and build it. Why you think they're trying to kick them out now? You know? Hell yeah! I was watching this crazy movie. It was about this guy. It was called Farming, or Farmer. I think it was called The Farmer. It was about this Nigerian kid, and it's a true story too. It's about this Nigerian kid that what was it? He was living with, I guess, Irish, British people, and he felt comfortable around them, and he was like, yo, acting just like them and stuff. And when they sent his ass back home to Nigeria, the nigga freaked out, didn't like black people, and like he got beat up by white people. He stayed getting beat up by white people. Then after that, he got angry. He was just angry with himself because he didn't like the Nigerian culture because they cut the chicken's head off right in front of him. He started freaking out and stuff like that, and it was holding him up in the air like going crazy and everything. Then after that, the nigga ended up joining a white supremacy gang, an African. Yeah. The nigga used to throw, like, I don't know, it was baby powder. He was throwing white stuff on his face and painting himself white. And niggas was laughing at him, saying, what are you looking at, you black bastard? That's what he used to call white people. And them niggas used to fight. So then after that, it's a crazy, So it's a true story, and the real guy who played it, it's called The Farm. Let me look it up. Hold on. It's with the dude from this. Hold on, The Farm. The farm. Hold on, The Farmer. Hold on. What's the dude? The Idris. What was it? Hold on. I'll tell you what it is. Give me a second, and I'll show you who it. I'll show you how it look. Give me a second. The farm. It's called Farming. This is it right here. So this is how it looks. I gotta reset something. All right, this is how it looks. This is what it's called, farming. So yeah, this nigga was out here bugging out, man. Yo, the nigga thought he was white. And like, yo, the white people did him dirty. Then after that, they sent him to. Yo, he's a real guy too. If you ever see Oz, the guy who plays Mbisi, Simon Mbisi, the African guy? That's his life. That was his real true story about his life. So this movie is like an autobiography about him. The motherfucker tried to hang himself and everything. Oh my God, he stabbed up. Yo, it was crazy. I definitely would tell y'all to go see that movie. If you want to watch it, I'll tell you where you can watch it off of. Oh, they took it off of Tubi. Oh, it comes back on Tubi on July 1st. A young Nigerian boy farmed out by his parents to a white working class family in the UK up to become the fair leader of a skinhead gang. Yeah. That shit was crazy. I'ma tap in and watch that later. Yeah, that shit was crazy. A fucking Nigerian kid wanted to become white, man. Yeah, that's why, yo, niggas be saying, yo, them Nigerians and them Africans and stuff, they want to be white, man. It's all right, man. It's raining out there. Oh, is it? Yeah. It's hot right now, man. It's fucking hot in Boston, yeah. I had the AC on all day, man. Fuck that. I had to go get my kid. My kid was chilling. I was going to do something earlier around 5, but I changed my mind. That's your problem too. Too much TV and too YouTube. Come into the real world. Africa is powerful and growing stronger. That's what happens to you. You are whitewashed. Stupid pictures. No, that's a real story. Yo, it was a true story, Shabaka. You think I'm joking, my nigga. Yo, one thing about Shabaka, you always think I'm joking. Yo, I'm telling you the truth. That's a real movie. It's called Farming. It's from the dude with from the guy who plays him is the guy from Snowfall. You get to hear his real voice. He's a what you call it? Give me a second. My joint just died out on me. All right, there we go. Hold up, everyone. Damn, my shit just went blank. Give me 1 second, everybody. My joint just went out. Yo, what the hell? We back. We're back, everyone. Nah, Shabaka is a real movie, man. It's a real true story about this guy, man. I will say this though. I do feel. Was it Shabaka's right? You gotta know about the great black scholars from America, Amos Willis, John Hingston. This nigga's talking about Africa, Shabaka. I mean, Kwame. He's talking about Africa. You know that nigga always talk about Africa. Um, it's straight. I don't mind. It's just you know what type of time he's on, man. He's on that Mbutu time and shit. You know more about Tariq Nasheed and those greats. No, I know about other stuff, man. I be pimping y'all to game, man. So don't act like I don't be pimping you to game. You know. Give me a second, everyone. Hold up, everyone. Something went wrong with my PS5. Okay, that's gone. All right, I just have to reset it. That's all. Uh, nah, but y'all don't be knowing. I'm gonna be personally honest. Y'all don't be knowing about nothing. I just said that crazy. Like I know some of those pieces. I know Willis Aim. I mean, was it Amos Willis? I know that one. I know somewhat Leonard Jeffrey. I'm not a big fan of it, but I know Professor Smalls. I know. Let's see, Robert Greene. You know Conrad Jeffrey? I mean Conrad Jackson. Kwame, you know Conrad Jackson? You don't know Conrad Jackson. Conrad Jackson is the guy who started the Black Guerrilla family. Huey Newton, everybody knows Huey. Bobby Seale, everybody knows Bobby. Fred Hampton. Like we talking about real fighters, man. I'm gonna be personally honest. Those people who you think is fighting for us, they're really not fighting for us and stuff. I'm gonna be personally honest about that. I don't think so. Um, Let me get a second. I gotta reset something. Yeah. Who else was a good scholar? Let me look at my books. Oh, yo, Kwame, you know what book you should read? The Secret. My uncle was telling me about that. He's like, yo, if you really wanna get into like business, read this book called The Secret. What's the lady's name? Give me a second. I'll tell you the lady's name. I'll show you the book. I gotta get it myself. Right here. Get this book right here. It's a dope book. Get that book. But yeah, I fuck with Afro. The thing about it, I fuck with people who be fucking with Black Americans who's trying to fix this country first. No, Conrad Jackson is not a filmmaker. So yeah, put that back up here. Yeah, nah, I doubt it. And the reason why, because if the motherfuckers is busting in your house and stuff, I don't think you're getting paid by them. You just don't like him, Kwame. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with you not liking a person, you know. But you got to give him credit for all the hard work he put through, you know. I'm just being personally honest. He put mad work in, you know. So you just can't get mad about that. Yo, what's up with my TV? Give me a second, everyone. Yeah, it be like that, man. But you know, there's some people I don't like, but they do good work. You know, all the people I named are the people your leaders used to look up to. No, they probably still look up to him. You know, hold on, so WWE referee gets paid extra only if. Mm-mm. Nah, it's Tariq Nasheed. Let me tell you something. If you see the involvement of him, he did good, man. He did good for himself, and you gotta give him praises for it. You know, when niggas wasn't really talking about us, when people wasn't trying to give, put no work in for us and stuff, he put his own money up. He's like, yo, I'm gonna tell the story about Black America. You know, he said, if they don't want to do it, I'll do it. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna do it for my people. You know. And I think that's super dope, you know? I think, I think y'all got to give credit when credit's due, you know? Tariq Nasheed has done good for the black community. He has set up things that should take people years, 10, 15 years to do it. It took him probably a few years, you know? I think, you should be happy. Yo, let me tell you something. If Tariq Nasheed didn't talk about Africa, niggas would still be thinking niggas would be running in the jungle naked. That's what niggas would have been thinking about Africa instead of telling the true story about Africa. How y'all go through white supremacy in Africa, how basically they fucking with y'all infrastructure, everything. You know, he was the one who said all of that. It wasn't nobody else. It wasn't nobody else on your side. It was Tariq Nasheed. And still wants donations and yeah, why should you have to always put your money up to everything? Sometimes the community could help. This is why they say the community is a family. Should be a family, you know? I think that's dope. I think, put it this way, I do donations. People send me donations so they can help me get my media company started. It helps faster because the money that is given, I just put it in like I put it in a different account. So, oh, it does. All right, give me a second. That better? That better? But yeah, it just helps me faster. I don't see it as like a handout. I work hard for what I do, so why shouldn't I get donations? You know, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Dr. Umar gets donations and do shit with it. So like, what are we saying? You know, like I said, it comes with. Thanks, homie. Thanks. Yeah, man. It comes with the It comes in with the territory, man. Sometimes donations help. You know, I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing. I think not. It's not a hustle if you're not doing anything with it, but at least like when somebody gives you a donation for your podcast or anything you do, it's like damn, thank you because it means like my hard work is actually paying off. I am giving good content, so it's like that sometimes. Hmm. But yeah, I do want to say this. I don't think donations is bad. It's only bad if Kwame. Put it this way: if you're doing something and you're asking for a donation for all the hard work that you do you think that's bad? No, it's not bad because you worked hard to entertain people, or do what you or for your hard work. I think it's great. If they give him money, they give him money. That means like what he's doing is good. You know, like look at what's his name, Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, yo, niggas gave him hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he still can't get this school on and popping. Now it got vandalized. I think he personally did it himself. That's just a thought of mine, because at the end of the day, is who would destroy that fucking school? You know. Um, is it possible? Yes, it's possible for somebody to destroy the school, but it just I don't think I think he did something to somebody or he owed some money and they fucked his shit up and they gave him a warning like, yo, my nigga, you need to pay that money. No, he does look like a nickel slick type of nigga, so I'm not gonna lie about that. Um, Give me a second. Let me look at my X. Not my EX, Twitter. But yeah, he's a nickel slick type of nigga. So I do want to say I'm glad. I'm gonna say this. Y'all should be glad that he does what he does. Tariq Nasheed, niggas would have never knew about Jamaica and all the historical things that come out of Jamaica. It's just I feel like when it comes to Black America, y'all don't want to hear all the great things that comes out of Black America. It has to do with y'all. If it doesn't have anything to do with y'all don't want to fuck with it. Like look at Biggie. Biggie was dope. Biggie was a Jamaican. But other than that, y'all think Biggie's the greatest of all times. I think it's Tupac. Um, the reason why I think it's Tupac, because Tupac, he made more albums. He made more albums, and I think, he changed the world. His impact that he had for the world was crazy. He had niggas wearing fucking nose earrings. This nigga had people talking about Africa and shit like that. And y'all Pan Africans should give it up for Tupac, and he's a Black American. So um, I do want to say that. Also, give me a second. Give me a second. Yada yada yada. All right, I'm good. Um, I do want to say this before we do start. I think the reason why we watch a lot of Tariq Nasheed videos, and I'm gonna be personally honest, because he has a lot of entertainment and he has a lot of knowledge. I'm talking about historical knowledge, and I think that's super dope. I always thought stuff like that was dope. You might not think it, but I think it is, and we could always critique it. That's what I liked about it, is that we can critique it. Give me a second. I might do that after. One second. Somebody calling me? Give me a second, everyone. All right, good. Um, so I feel like everybody shouldn't be mad about what Tariq Nasheed does. I think it's great. Um, I will say this though. I think you need to celebrate him while he's here now, before he's gone. And we start to hear everything. Oh, well, I used to fuck with Tariq Nasheed, and you was out here calling him a FBI or CIA. You know, because if he's FBI, CIA, them niggas shouldn't be busting into his house like that. You know, that nigga got raided before. Tariq Nasheed, they bust up into his house before with his kids and everything in there. So shit like that happens, man. Give me a second. Juneteenth. We'll talk for 5 more minutes and we can get busy. You know, I like talking also too. I think we start Kwame. I don't know if you know about this. We just started talking. Like I started talking to the live chat for the first hour. When did we start that? Like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Um, yeah, I just started talking to y'all, and I just wanted to see that. I just wanted to see more about y'all. One thing I could tell you, I have the best live chat, best audience. I have the best group of people. Like, yo, y'all gotta understand, yo, we in the live chat talk to people who are Israelites, white supremacists, Pan Africans, FBA, ADOS, African, African, West Indian. Yo, we come from all walks of life from everywhere around the world. And I think we need to appreciate this now, because when it gets bigger, it's going to get big. But right now, yo, we all get busy on this show. It's not only just me and just me talking. Like, we all get busy on this show. Like, yo, who would have thought, like, was it 3-4 months ago when we were all talking that this shit will move to Twitter? We didn't even think that. I just took y'all advice when y'all was like, yo, you should do X. You should get StreamYard. I'm about to get StreamYard soon. You know, so I got all the advice that I get from y'all. You know, so y'all gotta pat yourself on the back too, man. Cause at the end of the day, y'all are a part of my story. So anything I do, y'all could be like, yo, I remember I was on his show, yo, we were all bugging out. When he's on, every time he goes on this show, yo, I'm on there, I'm talking, he responds. And what's so dope, I try to respond to all of y'all. And that sometimes I can't, but I try to do it all the time, even if we're like on the show and stuff. I'll probably sometimes stop just to respond to y'all. You know. So, like I said, yo, shout out to all y'all. You know, I think also too the reason why our show is dope, because not all of us thinks the same. Or some of us might think similar, but all of us don't think the same. I'm gonna be personally honest. Not all of us think the same, and I think y'all need to appreciate that too, because at the end of the day, all of y'all. Let me tell y'all something. All of y'all getting money. All of y'all do some type of thing. All y'all have some different type of life out of here. If I can get you away from all your problems and your dramas and stuff, and we can just talk about just a current event or a topic I just created, yo, I did my job. Just get you away from what was stressing you out a week ago, months ago. You know, it's just super dope. And like I always tell you, I appreciate that. Nigga, I did a birthday celebration for myself on my show. That's what I did for my birthday. I didn't get shit for my birthday. Oh yeah, my godmother gave me $100, but I didn't get shit for my birthday. You know, the reason why I didn't like my birthday because my uncle went to jail a week before my birthday, and he just got out. Was it a few weeks ago? You know, so I was super excited, man. I was like, yo, man, my uncle always said, he's like, yo, you know what's the odds of like somebody knowing somebody that does a podcast or some like shit like that? I was like, I never really thought about it. Like it's random when you could say like, yo, I know a person who has a podcast. We watch podcasters and shows and stuff. It's just it's weird when you see somebody who's like, oh, yo, I got a podcast. You know, hold on. Ooh, we might watch something new too. I just found something else that's new. I never seen it, so we're going in this blind's eye, But yeah, one thing I just don't like is when I think the hardest thing for me is finding topics. I will say that. Um, I do have an issue with that. You know. Hey yo, Kwame, did you go? Yo, there's a New York celebration for Juneteenth, man. Did you go? I never asked you that. I'm looking at this shit right now. Also, we're gonna find out what is Juneteenth. So that might be the first thing to watch. We're gonna see the lies that people say about Juneteenth. I think that's what's the super dope thing about, you know, these holidays and stuff. Um, oh, hold on a second. Give me a second, everyone. Mm, I got something for Kwame. We're gonna watch it. Yeah, things are gonna get crazy today, man. If you're a Pan African or FBA, man, y'all gonna dumb out today in this chat. I feel it already. The reason why I say y'all gonna dumb out, um, cause some of the shit that we're gonna see and watch, um, I'm not gonna say triggers, but yeah, that shit's gonna get crazy. But yo, let me ask y'all a question. Why don't Pan Africans have their own shit? Why do they have to take Juneteenth? You know, I had to tell my boy Sean. So Sean is running for District 7. And I had to tell him he put Juneteenth in red, black, and green. He just shared it. He didn't make it, but he shared it. I was like, yo, Sean, why you do that? He's like, because I can. I was like, yo, you know that's culturally disrespectful when you do stuff like that. He didn't respond back. I don't think he understood, but the reason why I told him that because at the end of the day, it's culturally disrespectful. Because we're adding other people's culture into our struggles. This is why Pride Month, I'm going to be personally honest, this is why Pride, who's that? Pride, I mean, LGBTQIA is trying to have their event with ours. They're trying to hijack our event. And this is why they're getting a lot of pushback. They're getting a lot of pushback because they don't want that. They don't want what they do in their event because their events is different and they're going to have kids. Black people raise their kids different. We don't raise our kids like white people, you know? No, we don't want that, all that, you know, niggas wearing lace fronts and a dress in front of our kids. We don't want them to think that shit's all right. We want them to still be a kid, you know? Because I'm going to say this. Hold on one second. I'm going to say this. It's very disrespectful. This is why I was pissed off when I came from the reparation task thing. Because when we're talking about Juneteenth, the ladies are, oh, why can't we make it red, yellow, and green? Nigga, because it's not about Pan-African. And I knew we're going to have one motherfucker, some funky-ass motherfucker is going to talk about why can't we make it red, yellow, and green. You know, he said, yo, because we're Americans. Why the fuck are we making it red, yellow, and green? Why do we have to talk about Africa? Every time we talk about our struggle, let me tell y'all something. If we really want to talk about our struggles in Africa, we could put the Africans with the white supremacists because they're the ones who sold us too. If Mexicans want to be involved too, don't forget, Mexicans had slaves too. They had African slaves too. So all these people who are talking about, oh yeah, yo, you know, I'm pissed off that, you know, y'all don't want this nigga. Africans had slaves in Africa and they sold us to Europeans. Mexican had slaves too, you know. And like that shit always pisses me off when we do that. Ooh, I want to hear what this guy says. But we can start the topic. Hold on, let me see what the topic is. Oh yeah, we have a subtopic. We're gonna start the subtopic first. Is FBA a threat to Give me a second. Let me like reread it to its fullest. Mm. Is FBA a threat to the black diaspora? Juneteenth was the last of African freed. No, stop. Shabaka, you're trying to be ignorant today. How many times I told this motherfucker that? Shabaka! All those slaves were ballers. Shabaka, you can't be just black American. What is your nationality? Where are you from, Shabaka? I know you're from Harlem. Are you from Spanish Harlem? Are you from Lenox Avenue? Like, where are you, like Pandemanian? Like, nigga, tell me where you from, Shabaka. I know you're not just black. You still had pirates and slave masters enslaving Africans. Juneteenth is a celebration of free Africa. No, it's a free of black Americans. Black Americans. You could say you could keep on saying that all you want, that they're African, but at the end of the day, they went through an ethnogenesis where they're black, the African traits is like centuries away. Couple centuries, like probably like 10 centuries. Because I'm telling you, Shabaka and Kwame, there were already black natives here. You know, I know you don't like our heritage and stuff like that, but it's true. Give me a second. Trump's America, you tested said retired postal who failed the STD test. Give me a second.
Is a black Texan holiday. If you're from Alabama, on that day, Juneteenth, your ancestors were free. You're not celebrating. What are you celebrating for? Your ancestors were free. If you're from Mississippi, your ancestors were free. What are you celebrating for?
Oh, he's not black. Where is he from? Give me a second. Yo, you know why we say, yo, where's your peoples from? I'm gonna say this. Oh, you wrote something else, Shabaka? All right, we'll read this before we start. Juneteenth is an African holiday. It's not an African holiday. No one is trying to steal Juneteenth celebration. The African freedom. No, Shabaka. We can't let that fly. It's a black American holiday, man. Let me tell you something, Shabaka. You know why I never give Africans any credit for anything? First of all, they sold us. Second of all, they never came and tried to get us. Third of all, they was the one who captured us. So why would I give you why would I give Africans respect? How the fuck are they saying that they have pride? They're a warrior class. And they can't even fight to get their country. They just run. They flee. I gotta be personally honest about that, and this is why I always tell people all the time, I don't like to beat niggas down and stuff. But Africans are not warriors. They have never been a warrior class. Never. They have never been a warrior class. Do they have a lot of pride? Absolutely. They have pride, but they got pride of running. They ran. What's going on, Randall? Shout out to Randall. What's poppin'? But Africa's not a warrior class, man. It's just... Why would I give Africa credit? Them niggas ran from their country. They didn't try to fix their problems. One thing about black Americans, we always fix our problems. We or at least try. shit gets fucked up, we're still plotting on fixing the problem. Y'all give up on y'all problems. Y'all run from y'all country. Like, yo, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Kwame, actually. Kwame, and this is just something to think about. You don't have to answer. Do you think you turned your back on your people because you left them and did not fix your problem? Well, yeah, your family left them and did not fix the problem and they did not come back. Y'all built a life in a different country. Like, why wouldn't you go back home and try to fix it if you're successful here? Like, this is why I don't get, like, what people. Give me a second. Like, what people here, we try to fix our problem. We don't run. You know, we try to fix the shit. You know, we always been like that. But now when it comes to y'all don't fix it. Y'all just run from y'all problems. And we have to say that like y'all some sissies because y'all niggas actually really ran. But this is our country. What do you expect? Shabaka, you love Africa, never been to Africa. You love Africa, never been to Africa. I love this flag more, red, black, and gold. You know, what's going on, E. Williams? We really try to look at Africans with admirations until we found out what they were saying behind our back. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, this is why I always say, yo, Africans and the black diaspora sees us as a threat. I know Shabaka and Kwame don't want to say it, but they see us as a threat because at the end of the day, they see all the progression that we have done in this country. You got to understand, there would not be America without black Americans and black natives. How about this? African enslaved chattel Africans and enslaved black natives. There would not be America. We already had this country on pack. Yo, we had this country on point before the settlers came here. We were already living good. What's going on, SP? I'm an honorable FBA. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. How's Cali, man? I know it's hot out there now. It's hot. It's super hot. Yeah, man. Like, the thing, I'm going to say this, SP. I'm glad SP came in. SP, one thing I will say to you, black Americans will always defend you specifically, and the reason why, because you fuck with us and you show us respect. You probably eat and make money with black people. I don't know what you do, but you probably do. And the only thing we want is respect and shit like that. You know, that's all we want. Yeah, it's super hot. Nigga, it was like almost 100 degrees out here today. I was fucking hot. I had to go warm my car up, put the AC on, run back upstairs. Yo, it was fucking hot. I had the AC on all day. I got the AC on me right now. Hell yeah. So, Mexican natives. Yeah. I fucks with you. I'm a Mexican man. Hey, yo. Did you know there was a black native community in your country? I never knew that. I think we talked about it a little bit, but I started doing a little bit of research. Yo, it's still there. Oh, yo, I got a question too. Hold on one second. I went out with a couple of Africans in '97. They were foreign exchange students and worked with my homeboy. They didn't mess with black Americans. I talked to them, and they good now. Yeah, it's always like that. I'm gonna say this about that, and I'm gonna ask SP a question. So with the African thing, one thing you always got to do, you always got to watch your back. There was these foreigners that I used to fuck with. It was a Haitian, a Nigerian, and a I forgot the other dude. And there was a Greek and a white girl. All of them, yo, they all clued against me. I used to help them, everything. I showed them how to get bitches. Um, we partied together, and they all turned on me. You know, it was a cultural thing that they turned on me. You know, yo, it was so bad. Let me tell you how bad that these niggas, I'm a threat. One dude was started stealing my clothes, and the nigga was wearing my underwear. I'm like, nigga, I'm like, why are you wearing my underwear? Oh, these are yours? And it was weird, man. The Nigerian, this girl was gonna fuck with me, but he liked her, so he bagged her first behind my back because he thought I was gonna steal her away from him. They called the Mongol. Yeah, they go to the Mexico on Juneteenth. Yeah, yeah, they help with the war. So there was this African guy. He actually came from Africa. He was from the warrior class, and they brought him. Hey, what's going on, Black T? Weird. Yeah, the dude was weird, man. He stole my underwear, man. The Nigerian girl. I mean, the Nigerian dude. This girl started talking to me. I think he thought she wanted to fuck with me. He ended up going out with her. He just married her and everything too, just because he didn't want me to mess with her. Because girls liked me at the time and stuff. Yeah, niggas is crazy. I'm not really informed, so I can't give you an informed. No, that's Juneteenth. So it's a Black American holiday where people say it's a Texas holiday, but it's not really a Texas. It's all Black Americans. When we were freed, or we was emancipated. I don't really know what the definition of emancipated is really. Yeah, what's up? A lot of different African stuff. Yeah, man, you'd be surprised because I was partying at Northeastern in Massachusetts. It's a very diverse school. You know, they come from everywhere. Iraq, fucking Africa, Europe. There was a nigga from Greece and that. Yeah, them niggas, they get busy out there. It's just they be doing drugs and everything. They all do drugs out there, man. You know. But you be surprised, man. After that, I didn't really like to be around Africans like that. Africans or like Caribbeans. Do I be around them? Yeah, absolutely, I do. It's just I don't like to be around them a lot. I personally like to be around my own people, because we know each other. Most of our people know each other, you know. Or if they're not from my projects, I don't feel comfortable. And the reason why my projects is because got family in New Bedford. Yeah, New Bedford, yo, they get it popping out there. New B, yeah. They call it New B, yeah. They get it popping out there. A lot of Cape Verdeans and Portuguese out there. You are defending the slave master. No, we're not defending the slave master. It's just like I said, it's Black Americans fought. We always fought. It's not like we were in shackles and motherfuckers was out here violating us. No, it's just you gotta look at it like this. They couldn't put like most of us natives in with in picking cotton. You cannot do that because at the end of the day, we will kill them. We will kill those white supremacists. There's no ifs and buts about it. They will be dead. You know? Because that's a warrior class. You don't put a warrior class to pick fucking cotton or clean your house. The nigga might poison you. That's like having a wild dog. Oh, yo, I got me a wild dog that's probably been in the jungle for like 10 years, and you want to make it a domestic animal. You can't do that. The dog will attack you. It will kill you when you sleep. You know, it's just white people. The reason why they freed us anyways, because we helped them with the Civil War. We helped them with the Civil War. The North would have never won without black Americans. It's just, it is what it is. They couldn't do it on their own. And it's kind of like a civil war right now with the Democrats and the Republicans. And we just show the Democrats like, yo, you can't do this shit by yourself. You could bring out all these black faces that are Democrats, but at the end of the day, what are you doing for us? What are you doing for us? I want to, yeah, they go to, yeah, I didn't know Mexico had a Juneteenth. Wow, that's dope. Yeah. But that's probably y'all Juneteenth too, because certain Mexicans had slaves. Most people don't know that, SP. Black son. Yeah, because they came from Florida. Some of them came from Florida. Some came from Florida. Some came from Africa because of the Spaniards. When the Spaniards was trying to take your country in Mexico, I forgot the guy's name. He was from Africa. He was from this like warrior tribe. He was killing a lot of Spaniards. Like they were getting busy. You know, Lincoln had a plan to send black people back to Africa. Yeah, I heard about that. That's why also too none of them wanted to go back. No, but he was only gonna send the Africans that were from Africa back. The other ones, they wasn't from Africa. They were already here. They were natives. Most of those people were already mixed. That's why he was thinking about giving us reparations. It was Lincoln who wanted to give the reparations, but he got popped in the head. And what's his name? Andrew Jackson, I think, turned his back on. He reneged on the offer. They celebrate alongside Mexicans wearing sombreros and drinking cerveza. Ah, it's a trick. Hey, have a good time, man. Fuck it. It's to celebrate the black emancipation, but yo, have fun, man. Fuck it. That's why I always tell people all the time, man. Yo, just have fun with people's cultures. You know, if they're having fun and they invite you, just have a good time with it. Respect their culture. Go enjoy yourself. You ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do anything. All you gotta do is learn. You get to eat. You have all the barbecue food, potato salad, fucking green. Was it collard greens with the ham hocks? Yo, I'm getting hungry right now. The candy yams. You might have some fried pig. Yo, and depending where you are in the South, you might be with some Geechee people, and the Geechee people use if they have a pig, they use the whole pig. They use the whole pig and cook it. Like the bone marrows, everything. Geechee gets Goulets get down. The Goulets, yeah. Them niggas is lit. You'll be surprised. Yo, ask your peoples who are from the South, like the OGs that are black, that came from like South Carolina and Mississippi and stuff. Ask them like how they cook down south and stuff. They'll tell you like, yo, let me tell you something. When niggas say they poor down south, they still got a whole bunch of food in their kitchen. When niggas say they poor, niggas only got bologna and cheese in their refrigerator. I gotta be personally honest. I'd rather be poor in the South than to be poor in the North or the East or the West. All jokes aside, niggas get busy down south. Yeah. You know, I love the South. It's too hot, but when I say it's too hot, like, Nigga, I went down to Alabama. Yo, they got these red ants. They call fire ants. They be biting the shit out of you and stuff. These big ass bumps. And, yo, them shits is. They get busy. Them shit gets busy. Oh, yo, I learned about this new ant. It's called a jumping jack ant. It used to they run in packs by thousands. Yo, they jump off of leaves, like they jump onto the enemy, like they fly off, like they jump off like that and jump onto shit's lit. Yeah, they still live off the land. Yeah, they still live off the land. Yeah, they still live off the land. Yeah, absolutely. You know, when they said niggas like, yo, I'm poor right now. I'm poor, nigga. That mean their poor is different from our poor, nigga. It's crazy. You know, I ate oatmeal and pollock. Yeah, man. Yo, want to hear something crazy? Yo, Randall, I used to eat, when I was young, I used to eat a whole bunch of oatmeal. And I ate so much oatmeal that I can't eat it no more. I haven't ate it in almost 25 years, 30 years. You know, yeah. I ate too much oatmeal. Yeah, I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the smell of it. It's just when I was so much young, I ate it like every day, lunch too. I loved oatmeal. I just can't eat it no more. You know. You say some of the stupidest things. Africans and African people worldwide are still fighting. No, y'all niggas ain't fighting. Y'all niggas is running. I'm gonna be personally honest, Shabaka. Them niggas is runners. Those are the original Nike niggas, is Africans. I gotta be personally honest with you, man, and I think they're not a warrior class of people, man. We could talk about nigga. We could talk about all the great things they have did, the Mansa Musas, the Hannibals, all of them, but them type of niggas die. Those type of niggas that's in Africa now, they're not trying to die. They're not trying to die to be free. Or their ancestors, they're not trying to do all of that. I'm just being personally honest. It is what it is, you know. And I know you think I'm shitting on them and stuff like that. It's just they're not the warrior class. That's why I say foundational black Americans are a threat to most people. Like, yo, we can help everybody. It's just the thing about us is when we want, like, yo, when we want solidarity for our situation, there's nobody there. We always got to handle this shit ourselves. Then we have other people turning on us that we just help. All of the slaves came from Africa. All of the slaves did not come from Africa, Shabaka. The devil is a lie. The devil is a motherfucking lie if you say some shit like that. The African slaves fled to... No, those were Seminoles. Those were black Seminoles from Florida. I studied it, man. I'm telling you. Shabaka, I would not tell you nothing that I don't know, man. When you talk about certain shit and I don't know, I was like, yo, Shabaka, I don't know about that. And I say, okay. Or I say, okay. You know? Thank you. Only 4%. He even said it. So those people have to come from somewhere, Shabaka. That means those people were already here. I'm just being personally honest. Those people were already here. Has some Africans came? Yes, absolutely. Those other Africans that you give so much credit to sold those people. Would you want me to lie about it? We taught them about the Majara. We taught them about having real pride and being a warrior. Oh, you in Butu? Oh, don't even worry about it. We got you, homie. Just listen and follow everything. Nigga couldn't even speak English. We had to teach him how to, speak English and everything. Eat pig is worse than bushmeat. Yeah, pig is disgusting. Yeah, I don't eat pig and stuff like that. But You know, nigga, that's what they gave this the enslaved people. You know? But y'all eat pig in Africa. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all don't eat wild hog? The fuck? What you think a wild hog is? Shabaka, you crazy, my nigga. This is how I know you're not black American, Shabaka. You're not getting no reparations. This is why you're so against it. I'm gonna be personally honest. I don't think you're black American. You know, but yeah, we always been a threat, man. This is why, yo, when we try, let me tell you something. When I always tell people all the time, when black Americans try to help people and like get people on point, they eat people. Oh yeah, they do. They are cannibals in Africa. E. Will is about right about that shit. Thank you, E. William. He's kind of right about that shit. Y'all do eat people. Y'all eat cannibals. Y'all are cannibals and shit. You know, you can only reclassify people if they look alike. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, us being African American, that shit was only in '85. That was the worst thing that we ever done. I'm gonna be personally honest about that. I think that was the worst thing. The reason why I think it was the worst thing because you're giving a false. You're giving misinformation out. You're misinforming people of who they are. I really do believe that. Cause say, let me give you an example. Say I want to be perfectly clear when I say stuff like this. Say if my family was from Alaska, but my family moved to no. Let's say I'm from Canada, but my family moved to America. We're gonna say 300 years ago. Does that shit still make me Canadian? Am I still a Canadian? You know? And the thing about it, they were the ones who told us that we wasn't even Africans. Africans told us that we wasn't African, you know? So you can't blame us, you gotta blame the Africans. You know, hold on, give me a second. Um the Africans have chased the French out of Africa. Nah, for now. What has the African Foundation of African done but beg? We help y'all get to this fucking country. We helped your Africans get to this country. We helped the Latinos get to this country because you know what? These white Europeans didn't want y'all to come to this country. They only wanted white Europeans to come to this country. We said, like, yo, the Latinos, the Africans, they need a fair chance of coming to this country as well. We can't just stop them from coming to this country because they're not white Americans. That's what we have done. Motherfuckers was getting killed because of that. Motherfuckers was getting beat, brutalized for standing up for y'all. You know? I kind of believe that the African American title was kind of unified with Africa. As they were coming to America, FBA was looking to Africans as reinforcement. OGs found out that wasn't the case. Yeah, it's true. I believe you. I believe that too, E Will. I believe that we got fucked over. We got the short end of the stick. And I think I blame the Pan Africanism. Because that Pan African shit didn't help us, you know? Pan Africanism never helped us. You know, and there are some good Pan Africanists, sorry. But none of them don't really fuck with us like that. Only if we give it something out, you know? And it is what it is. You know, but like I said, I don't fuck with Pan Africanism. I think that shit is COINTELPRO. All of a sudden, we've been fighting and stuff like that. And, yo, let me tell you to do something, Will. Will, talk to your great-grandparents or people who were born in the 1930s and the 1910s and ask them about this African-American shit. They'll be like, what the fuck is that? Yo, I be talking to my I be talking to my grandma. My grandma was born in 1938. This lady know nothing about Pan-Africanism. She like, what the fuck is that? The fuck? You know, I was born in Harlem, New York. I was fortunate to learn our history, read documents. We were always called African. No. You do not know what you talking about. I'm telling you, my family's from the South, my nigga. Y'all had foreigners in New York. Y'all had, but the thing about it wasn't that big. The reason why they were even here, it was to build a fucking bridge, and some of them didn't even go back. Cicely Tyson's parents, they were Caribbean. Her parents were supposed to go back after they built that funky ass bridge. They just never did. Stephanie St. Clair. She was probably Creole or Haitian. She sounds French. She was running around here with Bumpy Johnson. That's why I tell you, like, yo, yeah, there were Caribbeans and Africans here, but there wasn't that much as it is now. You know? And Latinos came in the masses in, I think, the late 50s, early 60s. They came like 20, 30,000 first. Yeah, they got busy, man. There was only white people and black people here. That was it. Like, I know about New York, my nigga. New York is like Boston. It's just bigger. Y'all have Koreans. We have Cambodians. Yeah. And y'all have Jamaicans and all that other stuff. We have all of them. Jamaicans, Trinidadians, fucking Panamanians, fucking Costa Ricans. Yo, nigga. Somalians too? Yo, we got Africans too. Y'all don't got a big African community like that. Y'all probably got mostly Nigerians, you know, so it be like that, but at the end of the day, they don't want to play their part, man. That's their problem. You know? And I know you be trying to save them because you got a good heart and everything, Shabaka, but at the end of the day, them niggas don't want to be saved. No, you were born with African DNA. Nigga, you see how I look? Nigga, do I look like an African? I'm being personally honest. Do I look like a fucking nigga, do I look like I could come from Nigeria, nigga? Come on, are you serious? You high, nigga? What time is it? Oh, no, it's 9:31. My fault, homie. Nah, nigga, just come on, Shabaka. You can't be doing that. Fuck America. They have you loving your. No, it's not that I don't love the oppressor. I love my people. I love what my people done for this country. You know? What's wrong with me loving what my people done for this country? Celebrating their their um their achievements. You know? I used to talk to my grandparents before they died. My granny was from DC. Chuck. Oh, I love DC. I love DC. DC and Baltimore, I love the music and culture in DC and Baltimore. Go go music. Diamond K? Or is that Baltimore? No, I think that's DC. Oh my god, I love DC music. That go music in DC. You got the Baltimore club music. Oh my motherfucking god. You're gonna make me go back to listen to my go music, nigga. Oh my god. They never said that we were African American. Yeah. My grandparents never said that shit too. I love me some go music, man. Nigga, I had my shirt off like, I was gigging. Yo, when I was in DC, my nigga. Them niggas from BGF, they show a nigga love. I met this nigga named Travis. He's in jail. I think he's doing like 25 years. I met him once. When I say like, yo, he was like the kindest to me, man. Yo, he was a cool ass dude. Yes, the go-go is dope. Turns a black ass. Oh my god. I met this dude, let me tell you a story. I met this dude named Travis. He was from, I think, Black Gorilla Family. I swear to God, that nigga showed me so much love. He was a good guy, and the nigga ended up, I seen him on TV. I was thinking about him too. I was like, damn, what happened to that guy who was so cool to me in DC? Because I talked about him all the time. I'm like, yo, these niggas in DC, yo, I love them. I wish I was from DC. I seen the nigga on TV. They said that this nigga, yo, he was running like some type of drug ring. I'm like, oh shit, good guy. I don't think he did it. I think free Travis, but he was a good guy, man. Let me see. Can't speak for all Latinos, but Mexicans, we're all over Southwest. Yeah, y'all are. So that our indigenous ancestors. Hey, yo, let me ask you a question. Why don't y'all promote most of y'all indigenous culture? Y'all should promote that shit more. That shit is dope. Like, black Americans have indigenous cultures because there was black natives, but yo, your indigenous culture, y'all should promote that more. I think people will definitely, like, because your culture is so embedded in California, like with the lowriders, all that other cool shit and stuff like that, food, but I think y'all should bring it back to the tradition. If y'all bring that shit back to the tradition, I'm just talking about like, yo, everything indigenous, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You'll have a whole new genre of people just like fucking with y'all shit. From East Coast to North, from the Northwest to the Northeast, from the Southwest. You know, it'll be like, yo, if they know, they know. Oh yeah. If they know, and you be like, yo, you'll see how fast that shit, you'll see how fast your culture will like promote to the US. Cause don't forget, US is the biggest commodity and hottest commodity in the world. It's not England, not Sweden. They come over here to get the swagger. You'll have a whole new swagger, but it's your tradition because you're promoting something new. Like, don't forget when reggaeton popped off. Reggaeton popped off because it was something new. But if y'all have y'all old tradition, not the electronical stuff, just the whole tradition and stuff like that, and people be, and you know what? Some people do it. Some people do it, but I think a lot of people need to promote it. Shabbat, let me see. They had Africans enslaved in the South. That's why your families. Boston is stolen land. OD, the Irish study. Yes, you look more. I do those people. My hair gets curly. My hair is not really coiled. I'll grow my hair out one day. And just to have you show you. I'm in DC tonight. Celebration. Africans being free. We are. Don't say that shit, yo. Don't say it. Oh, yo. I think the reparation rally is down there too, Shabaka. You should go to the reparation rally. With your boy King Flex. You wanna go? You should go. Tell Miss Wani I said hi. And Nikki the God. They so beautiful. Jesus Christ. But yeah, but Shabaka, let me ask you a question. Why you take black Americans as a threat? Foundational black Americans as a threat. You know? Like we tried the Afrocentric shit. We was all on code about that shit. It's just Africans didn't want to fuck with us. They told us we wasn't African. They knew something that we didn't know. You know, so you can't get mad about that. I'm just being personally honest. You can't get mad about that because Africans said that we wasn't African. Where are you? Let me ask you the question. Where are you talking about Africans saying that we wasn't African? You know? But yo, SP, you should try that. Yo, tell somebody who you know do music, tell them to do the traditional music. Like the traditional sound. When y'all do the traditional sound, no electric shit, yo, just boom, 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 boom. Yo, niggas, yo, that'll be a magnetic thing that people do to it. Niggas will fuck with it. You know? Like, don't forget that native, yo, indigenous culture is still in. You see how Europeans be trying to perpetrate indigenous Indian culture. You know? So, it's always in. I do want to say this, though. Before we go on to the main topic, I'll do another 10 more minutes and we'll go on to the main topic. I want everybody to understand that when we have these conversations, I know Shabaka gets mad and he gets tensed into this. Shabaka's a dope dude. He's a cool dude and stuff like that. He just have a different way of thinking about things. So if y'all ever like try to like get mad at him, don't take it serious. It's just this is just his point of view of things, and he's a good guy. I just know how to deal with things because I dealt with disrespect. I dealt with racist people in front of my face. I dealt with a white boy calling me a nigger in my face, and I just punched him and give him a one-hitter quitter. Boom, took all his shit out his house and left. And I just dealt with all of that shit. You know, I'm different now. And the reason why is just, man, I'm tired, man. I'm going to be personally honest. I'm tired of the dumb shit. I'm going to be... If I'm gonna fight, I'll fight for money. I'm a prize fighter, so yeah, we ain't doing that shit. There is no indigenous black people in America. Who's John Horst then? Wasn't John Horst an indigenous? John Horst. Black Seminoles? Why did they call it the Black Seminole War? The fuck? Shabaka, man, you set yourself up for failure every time, my nigga. You gotta stop doing that shit. Like, yo, I understand you want us to all be African. I get it. You know, I get it. I feel you. But not all of us come from Africa. Niggas don't come from eating, you know, orangutan fucking leg meat and fucking, you know, bush meat, my nigga. It's just, we don't do that. You know, some of us was already living in America. You know? I'm just being personally honest with you. But like, let me ask you a question. Why don't you respect Black Americans' culture? You know? There's nothing wrong with respecting our culture, man. We respect your culture all the time, man. So, oh yeah, niggas are Pan-African. It's straight. You know, we still love the nigga from a distance, but, you know. We fuck with, you know, but we are who we are. Hey, yo, SP. E. Will. Did you hear the Clips new song? So Be It? Oh my God. The nigga came at niggas' heads. I don't know, yo. There might be two fucking boogeymen. I'm sorry. I think there's two boogeymen out here. K-Dot and fucking Pusha T. King Push. King Push out here attacking everybody. This nigga shooting everywhere. He's shooting everywhere. King Push. The nigga says so much shit. It hurt in my heart when he did to Travis Scott. He said, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. I was like, oh my motherfucking God. He said, yo, Topi, he said, it was crazy. I am really, honestly, I'm going to do a reaction video to that. I have to. Was it started here before the U.S. was even founded? Facts. Yeah, we were all living together, man. But the eclipse always big. Yeah, yo. Malice is back, man. No Malice is back. He said, if I had a girl and you got her too, it didn't matter. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was like, yo, the Clips, yo, they just went crazy. This nigga was talking God shit like 2-3 years ago. This nigga's just attacking everybody. Why is these people just, yo, what's going on? What's happening in the industry? I laugh at FBA because Tariq has taken young minds and making them look stupid. But you gotta understand, Shabaka, Tariq Nasheed's making progress. He's bringing us actually together. Pan-African didn't do that. They took advantage of Black Americans. Then the people who do fuck with Tariq Nasheed that are immigrants, they understand where his place is coming from. He understands that, yeah, Black Americans is gonna protect those people who fucks with Black foundational Black Americans, but these other niggas who are trying to call us divisive and xenophobic, yeah, nigga, y'all gonna catch strays from these white supremacists. He quit preaching. Yo, I got to listen. I gotta listen. I thought he gave his life back to Christ. Yeah, he did, man. But he was, yo, the nigga didn't swear one time. But he was getting. I'm gonna do a reaction video to the song. You need to listen to it, but yeah, I'm gonna do a reaction video to the song. It might be 15-20 minutes long, but yo, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Nigga, I got chills when I heard that. I was like, yo, what? Yo, why is he attacking Travis Scott and Kanye? Yo. What did he do? What this nigga do? This nigga probably killed somebody's cat. I was like, yo, King. I'm gonna tell niggas all the time, and I tell people all the time, Kid pushes that nigga. I think he's top 20. He has probably top 5 greatest diss songs of all time. The story I added on, if that's not disrespecting, talk about you hiding a kid, yo. This nigga Pusha T made Drake take care of his kid. He made him take care of that kid. He made him take care of that kid. He's like, yo, you're a deadbeat dad playing border control. Yo, what the fuck? Oh my God. Read your history. John Horse was a native and African. No, it did not say native and African. See? You're fucking up again. They said native and black. But he was a black native. He was in the Seminole War. Never been a slave. I know what I'm talking about, Shabaka. Stop lying. That's why I said the devil was a lie. Let me tell you what Minister Elijah Muhammad said. The worst devil is a black devil. The worst devil is the black devil. I'm just going to be personally honest with you, Shabaka. Alright, here we go. I think that looks better. Yeah, man, the worst devil is the black devil, man. Because they'll turn on you. They'll turn on everybody. They have no morals. You know, no, he was a black native, man. Shabaka, I swear to God, yo, when are you gonna tell us the truth? What's your nationality, Shabaka? Like, yo, real talk. You don't gotta lie to us. We're your peoples. We your people, man. Come on, tell us the truth. So before we go on to the next thing, you know, matter of fact, fuck it. We're gonna go on to the next thing. All right, so we're gonna talk about the main topic. Is Black Americans gatekeeping? Is foundational Black Americans gatekeeping Juneteenth? It's a serious question, but we need to find out which Juneteenth is. So we're gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna break it down onto how I see it, and we're gonna get busy. And I never seen this video, so everybody, so yeah. I'll tell you if it's the truth.
The date commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. It was first celebrated on June 19th, 1866. A year earlier on that date, enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas, learned of their freedom and that the U.S. Civil War had ended 2 months earlier. And that notification came more than 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln issued the...
Hey, yo, you seen this nigga, Abraham Lincoln posing, nigga? Look at him, watch.
And that notification...
That nigga got a pose. He's like... You know he fucked a guy at least once.
came more than 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh my God.
Since 1866, the day has been celebrated annually in Galveston, with festivities expanding to towns and cities throughout the country. The holiday got its name by combining June and 19. The date is also known as Jubilee Day, Emancipation Day, and Freedom Day. It's observed with family get-togethers, parades, and festivals. In 1980, Texas became the first state to designate Juneteenth as a holiday. Since then, most U.S. states have officially recognized the day as either a state holiday or a day of observance. National interest in the day grew following nationwide protests in 2020, over the high-profile deaths of George Floyd and other black people in police custody.
Hey, yo, Shabaka, you gotta stop pocket watching, man. Nah, Africans aren't my people. And let me tell you why they're not my people. Because they're tribalistics. They believe in tribes. They don't believe in people. You could fuck with them if you like, but they're going to use you and extort you. But that's on you. They're not down for the cause.
Juneteenth became the 11th U.S. federal holiday, recognized by Congress and signed into law by President Joe Biden.
So at least Joe Biden got that right. Shout out to Joe Biden, the alleged racist. I like it. One thing I'm gonna say about the Juneteenth, we should have that flag and the red, white, and blue flag. Not the Dixie Ross flag, but the flag that we have with the Stokely Carmichael's fist. So shout out to Stokely Carmichael's a Caribbean, who created him and some other people created the fist. He was just the face of it. But Stokely Carmichael has done a lot for the black American culture in black diaspora. Not a lot for the black culture. He has done enough for the black culture where we can celebrate Coakley Carmichaels. Sorry. But I think this was very great that we found out that Juneteenth started in Texas. That was the last place where they freed black Americans, not black Africans. Jesus Christ. I think, personally, this should be a universal holiday, like Christmas. And the reason why in America, because at the end of the day, America owes that to black Americans. If you're trying to erase us out of history, American history, then at least give us this. Looking, Winky, Panda, they will tell you. How about this? We'll do a whole show about John Horse. Was he black or was he African or was he black? How about that, Shabaka? Because John Horse was a Seminole. John Horse was black. He was a black Seminole. That's why they call it the Black Seminole War. What do you mean? The fuck? Sabaka be, yo, I swear to God, Sabaka be smoking something. Sometimes I be thinking like, yo, is this nigga high half the time when he be talking to me, flipping out? You got your little kufi on and everything. I know you do, but like, come on, my nigga. Chill out with that. My nigga guy's kufi on and shit. Spaz it out on niggas. You know, shout out to Shabaka. Shabaka be doing this thing. And thank you, Shabaka. We do appreciate, I'm going to say this, we do appreciate your entertainment. And the reason why, yo, you be spitting some type of knowledge. Somebody, and I'm going to say this, some people will pick up some of your knowledge that you say. You might help one person. So if you keep on spitting this out, just keep on doing it. Don't think I'm going to get mad and yada, yada, yada. I don't believe it, yada, yada. Nigga, it doesn't matter if I don't believe it. You help it. If you help somebody with their life, so be it. Mediterranean. So the real Hannibal was an African. That nigga used to ride elephants and kill mad people. He wasn't eating niggas, but he was from Africa. Killed like 1,000 people. Woo, 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 woo. Hannibal. Not Hannibal, the nigga who was eating bodies that was white. I'm talking about, give me a second, everyone. The fuck happened? Give me a second. All right, I thought they said I went offline. Technically difficulty, bros. All right, cool. Yeah, I thought I went offline. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, but yeah, that nigga Hannibal, yo, he was the truth. I will tell you that nigga was the truth. He got busy. He got busy. You know, so shout out to the Africans back in them days. Those were real warriors. These niggas who's in Africa now, they're not even warriors. They just cosplaying of being African warriors. There's nothing warrior about them. Like, yo, like I said, yo, that dude Abraham, they're gonna turn on him. All jokes aside. And I feel bad for him because at the end of the day, he's a real leader. But when have you ever heard about Africans protecting their leaders? Like, you don't hear them. You never hear about an African protecting their leaders. You know, look what they did to Nelson Mandela. They left that nigga in jail for like 25 years. The fuck? You think I want to be protected by an African? Shit, you fucking crazy. Them niggas can't even protect a fucking water from the fucking sun, nigga. It's all you gotta do is just block the sun from the water. Nigga, Africans are, they're hateful people. And I have to say that because, nigga, they're tribalistic people. Shabaka will never tell you that they're tribalistic, but they are. They're gonna turn on Shabaka and Kwame when they move to Africa. Then after that, we're gonna have to do a GoFundMe for both of them niggas just to come back. You know? You see what happened to Mos Def, right? Mos Def went to Africa within a year. He wanted to come back home. Yeah, nigga, I wanna come back home. These niggas is eating bush meat. I can't eat that shit. I'm from New York. Yo, that nigga was crying. Look at that. All people are tribal. No, not all. No, that's not true. Juneteenth is a African holiday. Yeah, see, Shabaka, you ain't no better than the LGBTQIA community, bro. I'm gonna be personally honest. They did the same shit that Shabaka's doing to Juneteenth. Yeah. All jokes aside, and it was disgusting, man. I never seen no shit like that ever. Like I told Shabaka last time, I was like, yo, Shabaka, that's disgusting what you're doing. That's culturally disgusting. Niggas was doing that at that meeting that I had. I was like, yo, these niggas is crazy. Every time a black person has a little bit of something, here comes a fucking Pan-African or a fucking immigrant say, oh, why can't we do this with that? Nigga, you're not even qualified to even say anything about this. My father went to synagogue. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about your father, nigga. I'm going to be personally honest. I will tell a nigga real fast, nigga, don't give two pots to pissing about your father, nigga. He went to synagogue. He loved it. Nigga, fuck out of here. Let that nigga walk in dirt all day, nigga. I'm not walking in no fucking dirt all day, nigga, with no sneakers. Most of them niggas have flip-flops on, nigga. Why the fuck would I want to live like that? Like, yo, let's personally be honest. Who wants to live with a nigga wearing flip-flops all day? And shout out to Ghana and Senegal and stuff. Them niggas have some dope-ass rappers in France from Senegal. Booba. That's my nigga. But, nigga, I would never want to move to fucking Senegal on no long-term period of time. Maybe I'll go there for 3 days, nigga, then I'm going back home. I'm going the fuck back home. I'm going right the fuck back to JP, talk about, hey, yo, let me get a ice cup, nigga. You know, remember the ice cups back in the day? They made the Kool-Aid, they put it in the ice cup and they freeze it and all that other cool shit that they used to do back in the days, and we used to suck on the ice cup and stuff. Yo, I'm going back to the projects. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Knock on the ice cup lady's door. Can we get a strawberry ice cup? Gotcha. Everybody had a a fucking ice cup owner. Nigga, oh, 50 cents a quarter. Here, I got 50 cents right there. Boom, thank you. Thank you, ice cup lady. Yo, I'm not doing that, nigga. I cannot do that. I'm not moving to fucking Africa eating bushmeat, nigga. Niggas is crazy. I'd rather eat raccoon, nigga. And my uncle eat raccoon. That nigga's from Alabama. He eats raccoon. I said, nigga, how does that taste? Like chicken. Nigga, I'm still not eating it. You want to taste it? Nah, I'm good. I'm glad you caught it. But the difference between raccoons in the north and in the south is the raccoons in the south are wild. They're not domesticated raccoons. You can't eat that shit. You'll get sick in the north. Because they eat out of people's trash. These other raccoons eating fruits and berries and shit. Why you think these white people be leaving the state to go hunting? For deer. They got deer in their fucking state. You'll get sick. That's why. You know, yeah, man, you get sick eating that shit, man. Did we watch this on yet? What's it? We are learning Hannibal invented the word annihilation by conquering Spain. Them niggas did not conquer Spain, my nigga. Are you serious? Black people created Spain. How you conquer something that your people already created? Supposedly your people already created. The fuck? You high, nigga? Spain, Churro and the Confederate lodges. Who's it? The United States most definitely went to Africa with that. No, he did not. He went to South Africa, nigga. Come on, no. Don't you do that. You're lying, Shabaka. You are lying. You know I'm gonna call you out for your lie. Shabaka, why are you lying about Mos Def like that? And he's from New York. He did not go on that Hebrew shit. He would have never went to Africa. He thinks Africans are Hammonites. Are you serious? Hebrew Israelites think Africans are Hammonites. They're not fucking. Alright, I'm back. So Shabaka, you're lying. Shalom. That's me. That's why I don't really do that much on Sunday, because that's my Sabbath. I do study some Hebrew Israelites' structure. But he did not move to South Africa to hang with the Hebrew Israelites. The Hebrew Israelites are in America. The prophecy has said that we will never ever go back home. Yeah, Shabaka's lying now. Yeah, he's lying. He's lying. Yeah, Shabaka's a big liar right now. But Hebrew Israelites is not going to Africa. They think they're Hammonites. Most of those people are Hammonites. Are there Hebrew Israelites in Africa? Yes. But he don't think a lot of those people are Israelites. This is where we came with from yesterday, when I remember I was saying that Bob Marley is a white man. I said Bob Marley was a white man yesterday. Niggas jump on my neck. And I said, if we go technically, biblically, Bob Marley would be a white man because his father was a British militant. So he will be considered as a white man. Because you are what your father is, and this is what they say in the Bible. You are what your father is. This is where that shit comes from. Hold on, don't give it. Is it in America? Don't give a shit about FBA's begging the white man for a check. Yo, you gotta back that up with evidence. Where have you ever seen us begging on our knees? We seen Africans, please don't send me back. Or when the parents be like, yo, I'm gonna send you back to Africa. No, mama, please don't send me. I'll be good. Please, mama, please. I'll be good, please. Give me another chance. Y'all niggas can't even get a job in Africa. Yo, y'all niggas are going to Africa thinking y'all gonna help. Them niggas is gonna rob you in Africa. And then you and Kwame's gonna be calling me back. Yo, can you send me a ticket back to New York? I'm like, nigga, what happened? You know I'm gonna say what happened. You know I'm gonna say like, yo, what happened? Yo, these niggas scared me. I see you thinking niggas scared me. The Nigerians scared me. Yeah, it be like that, man. Nigga, I got scammed one time. Yo, let me tell you what happened to my boy one day. Me and my boy Fox was about to go smoke some weed. I was like, damn, we need to get some weed. We about to go get some weed. The nigga was like, yo. He's like, yo, you looking for some weed? We was in the South End too. He was like, yeah. He's like, yo, I got some weed for you. It's like 3 for $30. He's like, nah, I could do 2 for 50. He's like, I could do 3 for 15. He's like, all right. Yo, when we got the bags, nigga, those was seasoning salt. Nigga sold my boy some seasoning salt. I was laughing. I was like, oh my God. It got funny. It was funny until like, yo, I was like, damn, I had to think about it. I was like, oh shit, well, we gonna smoke now. We ain't got no weed. I was all panicking. I was like, damn, what we gonna do? Yeah, that was a bad hit. Yeah, it was, Dope Fiend got us, man. I was laughing, though. Dope Fiend sold us some seasoning salt, my nigga. It was bad. He's like, yo, I got that good stuff. And we looked at it, it's like, yo, at least is there any type of good weed up in here? Nah, it was all fucking seasoning salt. I was laughing hard. You know, but yeah, we're gonna watch another video. Let's see. We're gonna watch this. Juneteenth is a foundational black holiday. Hold on one second.
Whatsoever. It is a found.
He's about to get busy. We're gonna break it down, but I'll be right back.
Ain't got nothing to do with Africa, the Caribbean, or any Latino country or culture whatsoever. It is a foundational. Juneteenth ain't got nothing to do with Africa, the Caribbean, or any Latino country or culture whatsoever. It is a foundational Black American holiday. That's it, that's all. It is specifically Black American only. And it damn sure ain't got nothing to do with the Pan-Africanism shit. It ain't got nothing to do with the red, green, and black colors. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. It's about our bloodline, our history, and our heritage, and then our victory. And if you ain't a part of that, it ain't no hate to you, but it ain't got nothing to do with you at all, whatsoever. Cry about it. June 19th, 1865. That was when the last group of enslaved Black Americans in Galveston, Texas found out that they were finally free. And this was 2.5 years after they were supposed to have already had been free. The Emancipation Proclamation. That didn't happen in the Caribbean, that didn't happen in Africa, and it damn sure didn't happen in Latin America. It happened in the United States of America, and it was the people, the Black Americans specifically, that were already here. And that's why I need to be stated that the colors is red, white, and blue. That's Black American Independence Day only. It ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. It don't have nothing to do with yellow and green. It don't have nothing to do with no other color outside of the United States of America, other than the Black American Heritage flag, which is red and yellow. But that's our shit. It ain't got nothing to do with Jamaica. It ain't got nothing to do with the Caribbean, the Trinidad. It ain't got nothing to do with Dominican Republic. It ain't got nothing to do with Ghana, Haiti. It ain't got nothing to do with no other country outside of America. And that's what the Caribbean or any Latino. Juneteenth ain't got nothing to do with Africa, the Caribbean, or any Latino country or culture whatsoever. It is a foundational Black American holiday. That's it, that's all. It is specifically Black American American only. And it damn sure ain't got nothing to do with the Pan-Africanism shit. It ain't got nothing to do with the red, green, and black colors. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. It's about our bloodline, our history, and our heritage, and then our victory. And if you ain't a part of that, it ain't no hate to you, but it ain't got nothing to do with you at all, whatsoever. Cry about it. June 19th, 1865. That was when the last group of enslaved black Americans in Galveston, Texas, found out that they were finally free. And this was 2.5 years after they were supposed to have already had been free. The Emancipation Proclamation. That didn't happen in the Caribbean, that didn't happen in Africa, and it damn sure didn't happen in Latin America. It happened in the United States of America, and it was the people, the black Americans specifically, that were already here. And that's why I need to be stated that the colors is red, white, and blue. That's Black American Independence Day only. It ain't got nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. It don't have nothing to do with yellow and green. It don't have nothing to do with no other color outside of the United States of America, other than the Black American Heritage flag, which is red and yellow. But that's our shit. It ain't got nothing to do with Jamaica. It ain't got nothing to do with the Caribbean, the Trinidad. It ain't got nothing to do with Dominican Republic. It ain't got nothing to do with Ghana, Haiti. It ain't got nothing to do with no other country outside of America. And that's what I really want to put down, because what I'm so sick of is our colors and our country and our history being attached to everybody else, but then we don't attach ourselves to Carnival as Black Americans. We don't attach ourselves to the else, because what I'm so sick of is our colors and our country and our history being attached to everybody else, but then we don't attach ourselves to Carnival as Black Americans. We don't attach ourselves to the Nigerian Independence Day. We don't put ourselves attached to none of y'all stuff, but it's like every time we have something specific, we gotta attach ourselves to everybody else. That's bullshit. And this ain't no diss. This really just me speaking facts. I'm so sick of, and it's not all African, Caribbean, and Latino immigrants, but I'm sick of tethers attaching their stuff to our stuff, and then they come over here and try to tell us what we're supposed to be and who we are and how we should operate within our own country and community and heritage, and they not even in their mother.
He's talking about you, Shabaka. Listen to him. He said that about you. I think he's sending a subliminal message to you.
Caribbean and Latino immigrants, but I'm sick of tethers attaching their stuff to our stuff, and then they come over here and try to tell us what we're supposed to be and who we are and how we should operate within our own country and community and heritage, and they not even in their motherfucking homeland doing exactly what they telling us to do. Y'all don't invite us to y'all Independence Day. When do y'all invite us to Carnival? We don't even want to be there, because first of all, we respect other people's culture, but second of all,
and niggas get shot in Carnival. Y'all niggas be shooting at niggas in Carnival too. I'm not even gonna lie. I stopped going after I seen somebody get shot there like 3 times, and you got shot. Yo, nigga popped in like 3 times. I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, I'm not coming back here.
well, we don't really give a fuck. When y'all are celebrating y'all own pride, we do not want to attach ourselves to y'all stuff, because we're not a tethering group of people. A lot of y'all want to show up for the food, the music, the culture, everything that's attached to us, but you weren't there in the civil rights movement. You weren't there during redlining. You weren't there during slavery. You weren't there during Jim Crow. You weren't there with all of the struggles and things that we fought against. You weren't there fighting in all of these wars that Black Americans have been in. We done fought in every single war in this country. We fought for this country. We put our blood, sweat, and tears in this country. We fought for our own freedom. You wasn't there during the slave revolts and none of that. That people don't like to talk about. People only act like the only slave revolt was 1804 with Haiti. No, we have our own slave revolts here well before Haiti. This is not a charity. This is not a shared culture. It's not none of that. This is our own culture, history, and lineage. The same way that y'all should have your own culture, history, and lineage with your own people. And again, I don't see an issue with it. You should have cultural pride and cultural, ethnic pride in your own group of people. The problem is everybody else is allowed to do it, but when it comes to us, we always have to attach ourselves to everybody. That's bullshit. We not finna be everybody entry point into blackness. That's over with. Juneteenth ain't for everybody black. It belongs to the ancestors of the people who were enslaved, freed, and built their own lives and fought for their own freedom right here in motherfucking the USA. We get to define what it means. We get to protect it. We get to gatekeep it. Nobody else. And for you Black Americans that's listening to this, if you don't gatekeep it, if you don't protect it, then everybody else gets to water it down and claim it as their own, and then be able to classify it as whatever they want it to be.
Shabaka.
Can we do that with their stuff? Absolutely not. Take your to gatekeep it. Nobody else. And for you Black Americans that's listening to this, if you don't gatekeep it, if you don't protect it, then everybody else gets to water it down and claim it as their own, and then be able to classify it as whatever they want it to be. Can we do that with their stuff? Absolutely not. Take your black ass to Jamaica and tell them people that they can't classify themselves as what they want to be? and then start inserting yourself and your own Black American history into their roots and see what they do to you. See what they do to you. Take your ass to Haiti. Matter of fact, on Haitian Independence Day, take your ass to Haiti on Haitian Independence Day and then tell them people that I'm a Black American and this is my culture too. And see how they respond to your Black ass. Foundational Black American roots go way deeper than just 1619. We was here before 1619. Some of us can trace our lineage back to well before the 1600s. We fought in every war. We built the culture. Black Americans 100% set all the trends. And ain't nobody finna ride our wave unless we give them the okay. And we ain't giving you the okay. Nigga, this a no. For all my Black Americans, the colors are red, white, and blue. Outside of our Black American heritage flag, which is black, yellow, and a little bit of red. You know what I'm saying? Those are our colors. That's it. That's all. Don't let nobody co-opt it, rebrand it, or twist it and turn it into anything that ain't got nothing to do with us specifically, because we can't do it with them. And until we start to gatekeep, this is going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. This erasure of our culture, our lineage, and our people, and who we are and who we classify ourselves to be is only going to get worse unless us as Black Americans start to put a halt to it. Stop trying to be nice to everybody. Stop. I'm speaking to my Black Americans that's listening and watching this video. Stop trying to be nice to everybody. Stop. It is not our job to fight for all of these other people groups. When do they fight for us? We want to fight for the Latinos, and we want to fight for the LGBTQ, and we want to fight for the white feminist women, and then we want to fight for the. Why are we doing all that? Why? And then who gets the bullshit end of the stick every single time? Us. Why everybody gets propped up and everybody gets specific benefits, everybody gets specific things that help their community and lineage. What do we get? Nothing but a slap in the face and an attachment to us. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Paul Mooney. And I'm not being divisive. I'm not being xenophobic. I'm being truthful. The problem is it's only xenophobic when Black Americans start to have pride in ourselves, but it's not xenophobic if don't nobody else want to have pride in themselves. For everybody watching this right now, and I'm gonna show y'all, go to Google and type in Juneteenth and look at the colors. Go to Google, type in Juneteenth and look at the colors. Now go to Google and type in any other culture and community, whether it's Jamaican, whether it's Nigerian, and look at their colors. Their colors are specifically for them. They get to have their own heritage, lineage, culture, but we always have to attach ourselves to Africa. Bullshit. We the culture, we the history, we the foundation. If you don't like it, eat a dick. You mad, my nigga? Yeah, you mad.
Shabaka, you gotta talk amongst it, man. You gotta talk about it, man. Shabaka? What you gotta say? You ain't got nothing to say? Now we're stupid. See that? This is why I tell y'all he's not black. He's not a foundational Black American. This nigga's an immigrant. Yo, Shabaka, I think you're the first cosplaying Black American that we have on the show. Salute to Shabaka. Shabaka, that shit is crazy. That nigga answered all your questions. Shabaka, this is crazy, man. That's crazy work for me, man. I would never. Also, I gotta say this and like and subscribe, and also comment and follow on X and YouTube. Super violate the button on the subscribe button. It helps the algorithm and everything. So if you're new to it, your name will pop up definitely, and we'll give you a shout out. Hey Shabaka, are you subscribed? Why haven't you subscribed, Shabaka? I don't think you are subscribed here. Let me see. Nah, Shabaka, I don't think you're subscribed, man. What's going on? He's a stupid, divisive fool. All Africans worldwide. Nah, nope, nope. Yo. Why haven't we seen no different African colors on Jamaica or fucking Nigeria? Answer that question, man. Cause you know what? You've been lying a lot lately, man. We've been catching you in lies, Shabaka. I think Will E caught you in a lie earlier too. Yo, you can hate on him all you want, but yo, that COINTELPRO propaganda gotta stop, Shabaka, man. Come on, man. Are you even subscribed? Subscribe to us now, man, so we can see your name pop up and we can salute you, man. I don't see your name popped up on here. You know, but yeah, yo, shout out to old boy. He nigga living life right now. He's doing good. Let me see what's up with him. Let me see his page and stuff. Yeah, this nigga be getting busy. Okay, shout out to Ant CEO. Nigga be getting busy. What? You know, a man needs to pay all the bills. But we're gonna watch another one. This one might be a little bit good. He only got 200 views on it, but it looks good.
American African American holiday. So, Juneteenth. Juneteenth is an American African American holiday.
Did you subscribe, Shabaka?
Juneteenth is a African American holiday solely specific to one group of people. Really, honestly, it should only be for African Americans from Texas. It's really a Texas thing, honestly, but all African Americans end up celebrating. So, let's give a quick overview of what is Juneteenth. On Freedom's Eve, or the eve of January 1st, 1863, the first watch night services took place. On that night, enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and private homes all across the country, awaiting news that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect. At the stroke of midnight, prayers were answered as all the enslaved people of the Confederate States were declared legally free. Union soldiers, many of whom were black, marched onto the plantations and across cities in the South, reading small copies of the Emancipation Proclamation, spreading the news of freedom in Confederate States. Only through the 13th Amendment did the Emancipation end slavery throughout the United States. But not everyone in the Confederate territory would immediately be free. Even though the Emancipation Proclamation was made effective in 1863, it would not be implemented in places still under Confederate control. As a result, in the westernmost Confederate state of Texas, enslaved people would not be free until much later. Freedom finally came around June 19th, 1865, when 2,000 Union troops arrived at Galveston Bay, Texas. The Army announced that more than 250,000 enslaved black people in the state were free by executive decree. This day came to be known as Juneteenth by the newly freed people in Texas. So Juneteenth is really a Texas celebration. It's an African American Texas holiday. But hey, we all ended up celebrating Juneteenth, but it's really solely specific for Texas. It's really a Texas thing. So, this is the Juneteenth flag, people. The Juneteenth flag was designed in 1997 by activist Boston Ben, or Ben Haith. Haith displayed the first version of the Juneteenth flag in June 1997 at Boston's John Elliott Square district. It was described by Patricia Smith of the Boston Globe as a banner adorned with sunbursts and flaming candles. This is the official Juneteenth flag, nothing else. This. Let's go over what the Juneteenth flag means. You'll see that Juneteenth flag uses the exact same colors as the United States flag, red, white, and blue. This was intentional.
I think you need to watch some Tariq Nasheed. Know what I need you to do? Shabaka. We're on two different time spans because I think California is 4 hours difference. I want you to debate Tariq Nasheed. Go on X. He's on X. And I want you to debate him. I need you to debate him. The reason why I want you to debate him because at the end of the day, you need to come to an agreement with him. He will answer your questions. He will answer your questions, and I don't want you to keep on doing this if you never talk to him. I want you to have some type of what's the word? Not freedom, but understanding. I think you need some type of understanding with Tariq Nasheed. And I think he's the only one who can give it to you. So when he goes online tonight, definitely I need you to talk to him. This shit is getting crazy between you and him and you and him. This nigga, I don't even think he know you. But at the end of the day, if you have an issue, won't you talk to him? Like, what is the problem with you talking to Tariq Nasheed? King Flex he's always out to hear people. I know you have an ex, I have an ex, everybody has an ex here. Well, Twitter, everybody has a Twitter, you have a Twitter, I have a Twitter. You can talk to him. And y'all might even come to an understanding.
And meant to show that the formerly enslaved and their descendants are free Americans too. So the Juneteenth flag was designed. It is a Texas American thing. These are for people who want to be treated like Americans. They are Americans. They want to be treated equally as Americans here in this country. They want to reap the benefits that everybody, as they should, and that everybody else should.
Talk to him and give him that information then.
So this is what the flag represents. The arc represents a new horizon, meaning fresh opportunities and promising futures for Black Americans. Because America is a land of opportunity, and now that we were free, we want those opportunities, so the future looks bright for us. The star. Not only is it a nod to the Lone Star State, where Juneteenth was first celebrated in 1865, but it also stands for the freedom of every Black American in all 50 states. So the star is kind of a representation of the Lone Star State, because it's a Texas thing. The burst, the outline surrounding the star is meant to reflect a nova, a new star, which represents a new beginning for all. Because once we were freed, everything changed for us. So this is the part that's been bothering me. This is the Juneteenth flag, not this. This red, black, green RBG flag that the Pan-Africans do. Oh my. So this is the Juneteenth flag, not this. So on Juneteenth, people flying around the red, black, and green RBG flag, the Pan-African flag, that is not Juneteenth. That has nothing to do with Juneteenth. I hate how the Pan-Africans have hijacked Juneteenth into their ideology. The Pan-African red, black, and green flag that was
We're gonna watch this one. That nigga was putting me to sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Country and the people of Galveston. To the people saying Juneteenth is just for Texans, black people have migrated all over this country, and the people of Galveston aren't the only people who were informed of their freedom late. It's an African-American holiday because of what it represents. That's it. Back up. There are people saying it's only for Texas? That's a thing? So nobody else gets to celebrate it because they found out early? You get celebrated?
Y'all wanted him to fight for the reparations, and that's what he's doing. This is why he has a reparation rally, and he paid for that himself this year. So, like, come on, we gotta give him credit, Shabaka.
For being what?
Don't be white, man.
Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. I had no idea this was a real conversation.
This whole thing is mad funny because y'all really in my comment section like an American wants to hear American music at an American club in America. Y'all making this about history and rights and all this other deeper stuff. Baby, I said, can we just play a little T-Pain in the club? Like, I went to a Juneteenth event probably like 2 years ago, and they literally didn't even play a single rap song. I was in there like midway through the event, the DJ, shout out all my Caribbeans, where my Jamaicans, put your hands, Trinidad, put your hands, hey. Did y'all forget what Juneteenth is about? People in the comment section like, oh, well, Juneteenth isn't just for Americans. No, it's literally just for Americans, though. Like, I get that we were all enslaved, but Juneteenth is specifically about the abolishment of slavery in America. Y'all had already abolished slavery throughout most of the Caribbean islands 40 years before that. That's like me saying Haitian Flag Day is about all black people everywhere. Y'all would be like, shut the fuck up, you fucking Yankee. Rightfully so. And Juneteenth is just a perfect example because even on an African-American holiday, African-American culture is not even centered. Why? Because I don't think Caribbean people are really aware of American culture. That doesn't mean that I hate Caribbean culture. Throw the Dream on for me from time to time. The Dream got bangers. I don't think that's too much to ask. They in my comments section like, who the fuck wants to hear T-Pain? We do! Now, if I came on here and said, who the fuck want to hear Idonia and Masho Montano, I would be a xenophobe. Are you seeing the disconnect?
Oh boy. Okay, now first things first. The Dream does have bangers. Can we make that clear? And no, I'm not talking about I Love Your Girl or Falsetto or show. No, I'm talking about Purple Kisses. What y'all know about Nicki? First time I ever went to a girl's house and she refused to come outside, I was listening to Fast Car. The first time I ever got a fake number in the club was to Sweat It Out. But
Purple kisses, yo. That is my motherfucking song. That Dream song. I didn't know he was Caribbean, but yo, that's my song. Purple kisses, purple kisses.
But to the issue at hand, I hate to gatekeep when people are yearning to celebrate with us and not at our expense, as we have seen with the white American opposition to Juneteenth, which I did a whole nother video about.
What's happening to the white people? They have a Black Miss America. They have a Black college. They have a Black month. What do we have? And now they have Juneteenth.
Whiteness studies?
What does that mean?
To me, true diversity is diversity of thought, not diversity of color. I don't see color.
Now, are there certain Black people that just don't like us because we're white?
Y'all do realize how silly it sounds to say that I can't get my hair braided, right?
You have 10 seconds to name 4 countries in Africa.
Nicaragua. Young white men graduating from college and going into the workplace this year are being told, you know, we'd like to hire you, but we have a quota we have to fill with women and minorities. I'm sorry.
I don't think about being white. I don't.
I really did not know that I had a racial identity.
I would just consider myself white American.
It's just the norm.
He's a multimillionaire,
Shabaka.
It's the default race.
I don't feel like I should be blamed for something that my ancestors did to your ancestors.
So that's what it's like to be white.
Yet at the same time, her point of...
Yo, funny thing about it is like, yo, all the power that white people have, I still don't want to be white. I would never want to be white. I'm gonna be personally honest, I probably would kill myself. It's just like, yo, cause being black is so cool. Like, yo, I understand why like white people be looking at black people as like, damn, I wish I was black. Like, I understand, like, yo, you got that Majara spirit. Like, yo, I didn't know what the Majara spirit was. It's like, yo, you got this thing about you that, like, black people love. Like, everybody loves black people.
About the double standard, if she were to hate on trying to hear Caribbean music during their respective days, is well taken. And Lord knows we have absolutely no other opportunities to celebrate ourselves, specifically individually as African Americans. And in that way, absolutely, we should want to be centered at this particular point in time. But the music debate.
Now, some of y'all is about to be real mad at me, but it must be fucking said. This Juneteenth, when I go out, I don't want to hear no Afro beats. I don't want to hear no Amapiano. I don't want to hear no reggae. I don't want to hear no soca. I don't want to hear...
Hey, I do want to hear Shake It to the Max, though. I do want to hear that. It is dance hall. But yo, I want to fly. I want to fly. I want to shake to the max. Oh, my God, yo. That song need to be played in a fucking strip club. They play that shit in Magic City. It's a rap, nigga. It's a rap. Niggas is throwing all their money away. All their motherfucking money away.
You know, calypso. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear straight nigga shit. I want to hear straight African American music. Okay? I'm not trying to reignite the diaspora wars, but this is our holiday. Okay? Descendants of slaves. Specifically descendants of slaves in Texas, Galveston, Texas. I'm not a Texan, but you know, everybody from Texas from Louisiana anyway, so. Anywho, I digress. I don't want to hear none of that other shit. I want to hear Negroid music. Okay? Thank you.
This man done said Negroid. Okay. You getting real scientific with yours.
Nigga, cause you just Shabaka, you just Africanized Black American music, my nigga. You actually did that shit, and that's crazy.
Throwing that on there. Yes. So about centering African Americans.
Juneteenth is an African American holiday. Okay? I'm not saying that only African Americans can celebrate it, but it is our holiday. So I basically saw some Black Caribbeans, arguing about how, African Americans are trying to gatekeep Juneteenth, and it's to celebrate all Black people, and it's just like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Juneteenth is not a holiday just to celebrate being Black. Juneteenth is literally to celebrate the emancipation of slaves in the United States of America. Okay, like, I feel like anybody could celebrate it. White people could celebrate it. But as long as you know what you're celebrating, which is slavery ending in the United States of America. Now, I do think that all Black people should celebrate it, you know, even if you're not African American, especially if you're living in the United States, because if it was not for the Emancipation Proclamation, you would not be able to live it freely in the United States. If it wasn't for the freaking civil rights, you know, movement, you wouldn't be able to live here freely and not get lynched. So I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating African Americans. I don't know why we are hated on so bad. Like, our ancestors, my ancestors really did their big one. They really did their big one. But let's not try to, you know, rewrite history and change the true meaning of the holiday.
And Lord knows we have seen enough rewriting of history. We certainly have. I would hate for the pen to be fought over within the African diaspora. That is absolutely not something that we need. And I welcome her saying that everybody can celebrate it, but knowing what you're celebrating. And once again, as I had restated earlier, we don't have a ton of opportunities to celebrate ourselves individually. Now, when I was living in New York, I definitely did go to my fair share of Caribbean parades. At West Indian Day, woo boy, that was, yeah, I used to call off work for the week after that one. Yeah, that was a good time. But at no point did I try and make it about myself or to about African Americans. At no point. I was attending to largely celebrate the African diaspora, but also to celebrate West Indians or Puerto Ricans or Caribbeans or whatever the case may be. Because I didn't miss none of them. I didn't Dominicans. I didn't miss none of them. That was kind of my jam there. Sorry, I'm thinking about some.
Hey, yo, OJ, you doing too much, man. I'm gonna say that, all right. Thank you for the comments and all that other cool shit. I appreciate it, but you're doing too much. But we're gonna watch Shabaka's favorite.
Darling Radio, like and subscribe. Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
Just gonna speak once. Make this Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Juneteenth and Pride all in one.
No,
it's not. No, it's a representation of intersectional identity. I am interested in the reaction.
We're going to actually.
I am too. But yeah, Chicago is such a wonderful city. We will keep each other together. We will keep our city together. We will be united. And I think that's the theme, right? The theme for the Pride March this year. It was the theme for our Father's Day Artists on the Wall Festival at Royal Park this year.
Look how disrespectful these people are.
And
look how disrespectful these people are. Please clip this.
Tear down hatred, bigotry. People who somebody by their hatred and bigotry, assassination. Assassinating political leaders.
But that might happen.
Standing up for our rights.
Mm-hmm. Keep it
People
up.
who can't figure out how to act within the.
We just got Juneteenth in 21 and y'all gonna make it? Juneteenth and Pride together? Exactly. Pride Month is okay, but to put Juneteenth with Pride Month, that's disrespectful to every black person. It sure is.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's disrespectful. I believe, but y'all cannot do that. That's not right.
That's right.
Juneteenth is Juneteenth. Y'all cannot do that. That's disrespectful to every slave. That's disrespectful to every person. Y'all never right. Disrespectful.
You can sit down or you're going to have to leave.
Disrespectful.
Have a seat, Mike, please.
So, to clarify, this is a resolution for Pride Month.
Ma'am.
Disrespecting us. We gotta listen to that. They gonna listen to us. I can leave. I don't care. I don't care because I'm gonna be black again tomorrow. Really? Look at this. About that, I'm gonna be black again tomorrow. I'm gonna be black again tomorrow. And Juneteenth ain't gonna be with black people tomorrow. That's right. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow. Juneteenth is Juneteenth, and gay pride is that jump. It's gonna be the same thing tomorrow. Amen. Amen. Amen.
All right, we're in the building, guys. We are in the building. We're in the building. We're in the building. What's going on, man? We're here. We are in the building. Glad to have everybody in here, ladies and gentlemen. How are you living? Welcome to the Tap In. If you guys can hear me pretty good, everybody give me that thumbs up. If I can be heard loud and clear, I would love a thumbs up from all of you phenomenal people. We are going to chop it up heavy as we always do. A lot of people up in the room very early. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It's going to be one of those goodies, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to chop it up heavy. Before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let me shout out some of the regulars in here real quick. We have Miss Skyline, we have Sweets, we have Kurt, we have Yvette, we have the Black Republican, we have the Atavist, Sir Mike, KK, Brother Robbie Blue, our lovely, lovely, lovely Sister Brooke, Mr. Ernez, Love I Am, Black Alpha, Brother Marcel, Brother Twizzle, Great Black Shark in the building, FBA Furball, our good brother out there in Hawaii. Much respect. Respect to the law. Respect to you guys. All right. Everybody give me a retweet. Retweet and let everybody know we're live because we're going to be chopping it up. And as you know, family, it is now Juneteenth. We're celebrating Juneteenth. It is Juneteenth season. We actually celebrate Juneteenth the whole month of June. We celebrate the whole month.
That's facts.
And family, have you guys noticed just the blatant and the desperate, not just co-opting of Juneteenth, but it's like,
hey yo, if y'all care about the basketball game, Indiana's giving fucking OKC the ass whooping of the century, 93-65 right now.
Vandalism. People are just vandalizing our Juneteenth holiday. We keep having to check people, and you should continue to keep checking them to make sure they put respect on our foundational Black American holiday. I saw a video of a sister. She was in an auto repair shop or something, and there's a bunch of white people in there, some of the white employees. And they were talking about the bank being closed tomorrow or whatever. And they're like, why is the bank going to be closed? There's Juneteenth. And they kind of made us sleep.
When Jamaicans said that they invented hip hop with the Puerto Ricans.
Slick remark. I couldn't really hear what the remark was, but it was kind of a slick remark about Juneteenth. And the sister was like, hey, hell no, y'all give me my truck. Let me get the hell up out of here. The sister walked out. She's like, nah, y'all not going to sit here and basically disrespect our holiday and think I'm going to do business with you. I love that. I love that energy. We got to keep having that kind of energy. We're not going to let nobody disrespect us, because when they disrespect our holiday that's centered around us, they're disrespecting us. Just be very clear. And they only do that with our holiday. We don't have too many federally recognized holidays. So people are just, it's a reluctant celebration, and they always have to try to impose all this other stuff. I saw some kind of city council meeting in Chicago, this looked like, and there was some woman up there talking about, yeah, we're going to tie in Juneteenth with Pride Month and LGBT, and the people in the audience was like, hell no. She's like, no, we got to do intersectionality. And then people are like, no, 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 no. Family, why do y'all think there's this just desperate desire to just vandalize and pillage our Juneteenth holiday? The cultural hijacking of it. See, we got to watch why people do this, and we have to stay on point and gatekeep and stop people from doing that. People try to act like you're going overboard. No, we are not going overboard. When you check people about the colors and all
This
of
will
that,
be the last one too.
that's
and
important because
I'm
they
gonna
try to
give
give
you
us a bunch of
my-
Africanized colors, and we say no. Everything is going to be red, white,
I'ma
and
land.
blue. That's the colors of Juneteenth. Trinity, where Trinity, you in here, dear? Sister Trinity showed me a picture. They got a T-shirt, a Juneteenth T-shirt. I saw that picture, Trinity. I started to post it, but her and her guy got a T-shirt for Juneteenth, and it had a damn African map in the damn logo. What the hell? Oh, dude, I saw a magazine out there in Colorado, like a newspaper magazine. It was like the faces of Juneteenth, and it was some damn East African women. What the hell? It was like literally some East African women in East African garb. They had on some East African outfits.
Facts.
Like how was that the face of Juneteenth? So family, listen, this cultural hijacking under the guise of solidarity has to be checked. Don't let folks try to hijack our lineage and holiday and then try to pretend they're doing it under solidarity. No, they're being very hostile. When they try to Africanize Juneteenth or Pan-Africanize it or something like that with African flags or clothes and messaging, even though people know that Juneteenth, that is a specific holiday about our lineage right here on this soil, about the delayed emancipation of foundational Black Americans in Texas. It has nothing to do with Africa, nothing to do with the Caribbean, nothing to do with no damn LGBT, nothing goddamn else. All right? This is a very specific lineage-based acknowledgement. And we're just not going to let people turn it into some kind of diluted, generic nothing burger.
Facts.
Because you don't do that bullshit with no other holidays. No other holiday is treated like some communal damn grab bag. They don't do that. With St. Patrick's Day Parade, you don't do that. You don't add LGBT and pride with that. You don't add pride with Hispanic Heritage Month. You don't add all this other stuff with Hanukkah. You don't add it with Cinco de Mayo. You don't add it with them. But only when it comes to us, you got to throw all this other bullshit on there that ain't got nothing to do with what the holiday is about and the celebration is about. We have to gatekeep it. Don't let nobody tell you you're divisive. You're supposed to gatekeep it because that's about respect. Putting all that other stuff on it is an act of disrespect. Nothing more, nothing less. This thing is rooted in foundational Black American specific suffering and triumph. You got to respect that. You ain't got no choice. You're not going to put some unrelated agendas on the shit. You see, people got this real funny style game when they want to play with our history. I mean, you know, at the Hidden History Museum, we rent the museum out. A lot of people rent it out for events all the time. All the time. We have all types of events there. And my thing is, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. It's all about respect. And people they give us pretty good money. Yesterday, somebody, I wasn't there, my office assistant was there, but some white folks came down and they wanted to rent the museum for something. I don't know what it was, but you know, we get inquiries all the time. And these people, they were trying to throw some big money at us. But what they wanted to do they asked me, they were like, can we, you know, we want to rent we love the venue, we love it. But what we want to do, we want to have like a blank slate. So we want to cover up all the displays with white sheets and, you know, cover up the display cases and the busts in there. So they wanted to cover it up. I'm like, no, just no. But no, it's just, we just want to get a different look, and it just, you know, we wanted to be a blank space, and we're not going to disrupt anything. I was like, no, 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 thank you. I don't want y'all covering up anything. No, you can't come in there and cover up nothing. I don't care how much money y'all giving me. Um, it's a hidden history museum. It celebrates Black history. And when you bring your ass in there, I want them Black monuments looking at your ass. Don't cover them up. I want them to see what the hell you doing. No, I don't want you covering nothing up.
Facts.
Huh?
Shout out to Satch, Ohio. June 19th is Juneteenth Day. June is Black American Music Month. Every month is Black American Month. Facts. Shout out to you, player.
Y'all come in there and acknowledge that damn history, because what it was, some of that stuff is probably a little sensitive for them. Let it be sensitive. Let it be sensitive. You're not going to cover up nothing. Just come on in here and look at that damn history and let it touch your soul or whatever, but you're not going to come in there covering up nothing. Yeah? We have to learn how to put our foot down as far as that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because the thing is, man, a lot of people like to piggyback on our foundational Black American struggles for visibility for themselves. See, they wait till Juneteenth becomes mainstream and then they start inserting their own little cultural symbols. That's not about solidarity. That's strategic parasitism. They understand, look, our lineage and us respecting our lineage and centering our lineage, that's getting traction internationally. You understand? So now people are just doing what they always do. Anything we get popping, well, we gotta leech onto it. Everybody has to try to find a way to leech onto it without having to contribute to that foundational fight. You see, now you want to ride the wave and you didn't put in the damn work. You didn't put in the struggle. We and our lineage, they had to sacrifice. They had to suffer. They had to put blood, sweat, and tears in the game so that their children, us, could stand out here and survive. And we carry that DNA of trauma and resilience. So we don't we don't share that with people who didn't put in the work. You just sit back on the sidelines and recognize, pop your collar, and give praise. But don't latch your shit onto it. No disrespect. Just don't try to do all this co-opting stuff. You see? We don't go down to the Caribbean Day Parade and try to force soul food on everybody. We go down there, get us a chicken patty and some jerk chicken, and we celebrate and give you props. But when it comes to us, every time we have a Juneteenth celebration, somebody show up with some oxtails and jollof and saltfish and ackee, and it turns into something else. Then they throwing Afro beats. I saw some shit where they had a Juneteenth celebration, I think somewhere in Dallas, and they were going to have some Afro beats and jollof. Yeah. So yeah, listen. Our foundational Black American holidays, we're not going to let these folks make it seem like it's just public property when other stuff is guarded. They try to look at our culture, foundational Black American culture, as like an open source. While everybody else's culture, they fiercely protect their culture. Remember Jorvay? Michael B. Jordan tried to have a liquor called Jorvay. All them damn Trinidadians stood up and said, hell no, that's ours. We're keeping that same energy. Don't tell us we're divisive. We're keeping the same energy you have. Don't bring no damn jerk chicken and jollof over here while we're celebrating Juneteenth. Ain't got nothing to do with it. You understand?
Facts.
We're not playing that game. Nobody Africanizes all these other holidays. They ain't doing all that stuff for Memorial Day and Veterans Day and all that other stuff. But yeah, when it comes to us, everybody has to put all this other stuff onto it. And the LGBT and all that, they use our movements as leverage. Because see, foundational Black American movements, we have high moral currency in America. And a lot of these other groups, they want to co-opt that moral standing to elevate their own causes. So yeah, I think they chose Pride Month. This to be Pride Month so they can undermine Juneteenth. They always throw in all of these mixing of colors, the rainbow colors. And I saw some shit one time. It was Juneteenth. I was at some store, or whatever, and it was they had Juneteenth with some transgender colors. Like, come on, man. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because the white LGBT community, they're real slick with that, by the way. On a side note, they're very, very slick.
You think so, Shabaka?
They're extremely slick with that. We got to watch that. Because, see, our struggles, they're rooted in tangible oppression. It's not some abstract identity politic thing. See, our foundational Black American milestones, they're grounded in historic documented atrocities, slavery, lynching, Jim Crow, redlining, police brutality. These are visible, measurable, and undeniable things that happen. Now, the white LGBT, their stuff is sexual preference and identity. That's not the same. I don't like them trying to latch that stuff onto what we got. Now, yeah, whatever they have, that's personally meaningful. That's fine, but it don't have the same historic weight of systematic persecution. So yeah, I don't like when the white LGBT community, they try to borrow the gravity and the emotional currency of our Black struggling and suffering so they can legitimize their own cause. No. That has to be checked too, and I'm glad Chicago was checking them people on that. That's not cool. I ain't never thought that was cool. We made the movie Buckbreaking was calling that stuff out. You see, the moral parallels, see, those are manufactured. They're not earned. See, the white LGBT movement, they manufacture these false equivalencies, talking about them being denied a same-sex marriage license is morally equal to us getting dogs and hosepipe sicked on our asses and lynched. That's an insult. They wouldn't say that about no other people. They wouldn't say it's the same as the Holocaust. They wouldn't say that. They wouldn't disrespect the Jewish community or other communities.
Facts.
They feel like they can disrespect us by making those false-ass equivalencies. Don't like it. That has to be called out. And the thing is, look, we fight against systematic white supremacy. The white LGBT community, they still benefit from white supremacy. Foundational Black Americans, we've never benefited from no systematic power. White LGBT, they still enjoy the privileges of whiteness. So let's get off the bullshit. That includes economic mobility, political access, protection under the law. So them attaching themselves to the foundational Black American struggle, see, that's a way for them to mask their complicity in those systems that oppress us, while they can sit up and say that they're victims too. Go watch the movie Buckbreaking. We broke all this shit down. The white LGBT, they practiced the same white supremacy. Some of them, the slave owners, were LGBT.
Because they're trying to change the culture of Juneteenth, Shabaka. That's the problem. They never put this LGBTQIA event with nobody else ever, but they're trying to do that with Black Americans. So yeah, that's where the problem is.
Cecil Rose over there in Africa when they were colonizing people, they were on some LGBT stuff. Yeah, so they don't get to sit here and talk about some intersectionality and you're practicing the same oppressive system that's dominating us. No. See, we can't let people play those games. Yeah? And when they co-opt Black movements, that'll shield that white LGBT crowd and their agendas from critique. Because these white LGBT groups, they know that standing on their own moral platforms, that leaves them open for debate and criticism and rejection. You know, especially a lot of communities with strong religious and cultural values, see? Because they don't really have, they ain't got on their own, they don't really have a moral standing. like us, we have a moral argument. We were mistreated just for being born the wrong damn color. Yeah. Now the white LGBT, somebody don't like you because you want some bussy. Yeah, that's different. You know, that's way different. So we can't let people conflate these agendas, because that's a form of disrespect.
Facts.
And I'm not minimizing, there's LGBT folks out there, hey man, knock yourself out. Nobody's minimizing anything. But then when you try to latch stuff on to us, foundational Black Americans, and the warfare that's been waged on us, no, it's not that equivalence.
Celebrations of Juneteenth, Tariq, she's in an event. I know. What I get from Juneteenth is, supporting and celebrating the work that my ancestors and my great grandparents have put into America. So, that's what I get,
See, is disrespectful. Not only incorrect, it's disrespectful. You see? And we're not playing that game no more. Because, see, what happens is a lot of this symbolic confusion, that starts to erode historic clarity. See, when you start infusing all of these unrelated symbols into Juneteenth, putting African maps and Pan-African colors, red, black, and green, and then the rainbow, this and all that. See, that's meant to confuse the next generation. See, children, they see these Pan-African flags and rainbow symbolisms, and then they end up not knowing the true meaning of Juneteenth. They don't understand later on that it's a lineage-based Freedom Day for the descendants of freedmen. So that has to be centered. We have to center it for what it is. They ain't got nothing to do, I don't know, with this African flag shit and all these. No, and nothing to do with that. Africa didn't come help us, all right? Leave that shit somewhere. Not disrespecting y'all. Africa didn't help us with nothing. So you leave them African maps, ain't got nothing to do with Juneteenth. Put a map of Texas or something if you want to be historically accurate. Nobody's beating up on you, non-FBAs, because every time we have some kind of critique of Africa or whatever, oh, you niggas hit us. No, we're getting the history straight. We're getting the damn history straight. We need historical clarity. We're not going to allow other people to rewrite our foundational Black American narratives in ways that benefit their group identity, because it ain't about you trying to get some solidarity. You start putting them African maps all over the place, and then all of a sudden, when there's a Juneteenth scholarship, the people who are getting it is Jane Unduge and Tadalish Adobo and all. You see all these little names like, hey, who are these people getting the Juneteenth scholarships?
Facts.
And then you look at the pictures, they got a crooked wig on and a gap tooth in their mouth, and like, wait, who is this? Hey, who is this? Yeah. What was that city where they had some Juneteenth money they were giving away, and everybody had African and Latin last names? There's a bunch of Afro-Latinos. All these people sit up and tell us we ain't got no culture, and the minute we get some cultural resources, they're the first goddamn people in line. Yeah, that's gonna stop. And everybody is absolutely correct in checking that nonsense. We got to stop letting people think that our struggles are just going to be communal labor. Damn that. We fight and suffer, and when something is won, just like Juneteenth recognition, everybody gets to come on in and pillage off of it.
Facts.
Yeah? No, we're not going to let these people reduce our foundational Black American oppression as some kind of stepping stool for their broader movements. Now, we had a very unique human rights violation. It demands reparative justice. That's what it is. And, truth be told, man, there's a real big fear of foundational Black American autonomy and gatekeeping. The fact that we have a holiday that's ours alone, people, there's a lot of discomfort in that. See, when we try to gatekeep and say, hey, Juneteenth, this is our holiday, this is not Pan-African, it's not LGBT, they start talking about we're divisive. But look, family, don't ever forget, gatekeeping, that's the thing that protects cultural integrity of something. You can't just let people remix your shit. You have to respect it by having integrity and you got to put your foot down and say, no, you're not going to do this. We're not going to celebrate it like that. No, you're not going to disrespect it. That's up to us to do that. Because other folks don't let us disrespect their stuff. They don't let us even represent their stuff.
Facts.
Yeah. Because see, a lot of people are threatened by an empowered, self-defining foundational Black American lineage. You see, that's the real problem, especially the dominant white society, because they try to get their little disrespectful digs in as well. Let me get my brother Twizzle in the building. Brother Twizzle, hop on in, sir. Brother Twizzle in the building.
What's up with the player, man?
My brother, how are you, sir?
You know me, man. If I complain, nobody will listen, man. You know what I'm saying? But you said something that just sparked me. That's why I asked the mic, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain. These do not want to give us no credibility or.
All right, I'm gonna land right here.
Acknowledge on anything. We can't